Two teams are on the ground for the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League Grand Final. The Boat Harbour Blues and Brooklyn Tigers are the two teams doing battle today. Last year, this time, it was Brooklyn Tigers and Circular Head Seagulls. This year, the Seagulls were having a year off, and Boat Harbour played fairly consistent football and made it through to the final against the Brooklyn Tigers, and should be a very good game. Ray Parry.
Yes, it should be a very good game, very close. It's been close all year. 2 games each in the roster series and a 1-point victory to the Tigers in the semi-final, so it should be a good game. Should be very close and very tight.
And a few of the key players for the Tigers side. Bevan French, their captain, is always a prime mover through the centre of the ground or the back line, wherever he may be playing. Dale Highland on the back line, their vice-captain, also should be a key player in their side. But who are a few of the other feature players for the Brooklyn Tigers through the season?
The other good players for Tigers are Rodney Wright, number 15. He's a player to watch. He's had a very good season. Brian Cameron usually plays on a wing, is a very good player. Philip Messenger. Don Zilster at full forward is also a top player.
Taking a look at the Boat Harbour Blues lineup, I notice Andrew McLaren had another successful season with goal kicking. 40 goals for the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League season, so another consistent year for him. But also Peter Marshall, their captain, is one of those players that could certainly make or break Boat Harbour Blues' chances in this grand final. So Peter had a year off last year, but back playing better than ever this year.
Yes, Peter's had a good season, particularly the last half of the season. His form's been really good, so hopefully he'll carry that on today, and we'll see a good display of good aerial ruck work and also good marking on the back line.
The coaches, Wayne Blaisley, the Brooklyn Tigers, Bob Ferguson, the Boat Harbour Blues. Well, Wayne had success last year with the Brooklyn Tigers. They're hoping to go 2 in a row. But these two teams have been traditional rivals since the Northwest Christian Amateur Football League started.
Yes, they've been the first grand final these two played, and they've been the backbone of the league since it started. So it's appropriate that they be playing today. Boat Harbour Blues coach Robert Ferguson is also a premiership coach, and in his first season in 1988, and he'll be looking for 2 out of 2 years as coach.
And the umpires for today, do you know who they are, Ray?
The central umpires for today are Peter Dixon and Blair Davis, and the boundaries, Greg Price and Marcus Prentice, and the goals, Mr Earl Gillow and Mr Kevin Polden.
Well, let's hope it's a game where there isn't anything spiteful and they don't have to work too hard.
Yes, I think it'll be played in good spirit. I know both teams have got good coaches who want to see the right thing done, and I think that both teams will respond to their coaches.
As far as the ground condition goes, over the past 2 or 3 weeks we've had some fairly bad weather on the northwest coast, and the Wynyard football ground is in pretty good nick considering.
Yeah, it's patchy in places, but apparently yesterday people walked across it and the water came up over their boots and it was a bit spongy, but today it looks quite good, and I was out on the middle there a while ago and it felt quite good. So hopefully it'll be a good track for which to play on.
Well, it certainly won't be bone jarring like the grounds were for the first couple of months of the season anyway. Now the two teams are being called together for the toss of the coin and also an opening prayer before the game does start. So let's hope it's a spirited game. What's your selection?
I think if Boat Harbour Blues can finish the game with the same 18 that they start with, I think they could take out a fairly narrow victory.
Will be a fairly interesting contest. I've selected Brooklyn Tigers to win by 11 points, but it's certainly one of those ones a toss of the coin could decide it.
Yes, be very interesting. Let me at this point of time just introduce the commentary team. We have Tim Scott, a radio announcer from 7BU and a past premiership player with the Brooklyn Tigers last year. And also behind me, Mark Spur is going to do a little bit of commentary as well throughout the day. And Mark Spur is the captain of City Warriors.
Hopefully in a season or two, City Warriors will be in this position.
We'd like to think so. We're a bit unhappy about not making it this year, but yes, next year we'll be certainly pushing for a finals berth, I reckon.
With a bit of luck, they'll have their kicking boots on in the final series, and they might make it through to a grand final. We're just about ready for the opening bounce of the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League grand final. Brooklyn Tigers and Boat Harbour Blues.
Blair Davis has the ball, just waiting for the players to get settled, and we're nearly ready for off. Right, ready for the opening bounce? No one really got that tap?
Fairly scrambly out of the middle. Yes. Boat Harbour Blues going forward, about centre-half forward position.
First kick, yes. And Mark Rosetto, see what he can do, whether he can pick the ball up here.
Battling the ball along. And over the line for a throw-in, first throw-in of the game. The forward pocket, left forward pocket for the Boat Harbour Blues, who are kicking to the Bowls Club end of the ground. Yes. Slight breeze.
I don't think there'd be much in it though, would there?
Maybe 1 or 2 goals, but this standard of competition, I don't think it would matter that much. Ball out of bounds again, a little bit further up the ground. A bit wide on the forward flank.
Mark, can you pick out any positional moves there that the coaches have made? Just have a bit of a look around and we'll come back to you with that one.
Ball's fairly scrambly, being paddled along by Cornish of the Brooklyn Tigers, and the ball's out of bounds again.
Boundary umpire's going to work hard today.
If they keep the ball out wide, the players will get tired fairly quickly on this ground. It's very wide, and the best way to play the Wynyard football ground is straight up the spine or down the middle. Ball into play again. The ruck settle themselves. Pearce gets the ball. Flicked up to a Boat Harbour player who kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Tigers player.
Brooklyn player, I should say, and kick to be taken by Boat Harbour.
Adrian Hall.
Very high ball, a hard one to mark. And it's been left to the back to Cornish to mark. Must have called out his opposition fairly early. He kicks towards the centre of the ground, and almost a good mark by a Boat Harbour player. Ball's been flicked forward.
Adrian Hall there paddling along. Rod Cornish is thrown off the ball, yes, and he's got a free kick for it. Ashley Hall just too tall there.
Very good grab.
And playing in front.
So far the disposal of both teams hasn't been all that good. Fairly sloppy from foot and also from hand. But that could be the early pressure of the game.
Mark in the centre half forward for Mark Rosetto. Another poor kick.
Walker in hard for the balls, flicked it forward to a Brooklyn player. Bevan French in the van here on the flank, kicks it forward. Donny Zylstra is...
Zylstra leading out, yes. You can't keep it in there.
Out of bounds.
Have you picked up any moves yet, Mark? Or?
Yeah, well, over the last few weeks, Boat Harbour have been playing Andrew McLaren in the back line, but I think he's hanging around the centre of the ground at the moment.
Yes, that could be interesting too, because he tends to kick a long goal every now and again too.
Kingston has a shot for goal, and it's a good snap. First goal of the game to Kingston, the Brooklyn Tigers. 1 goal straight 6. Boat Harbour yet to score, so the first score on the board to the Brooklyn Tigers. A good snap there from Gary Kingston, who's also coach of the Burnie Hawks under 17, so a dual role for him, keeping him pretty busy this year. He set himself fairly well at the back of that rucking duel and just grabbed the ball when it went clear of the 2 ruckmen, and a good snap.
Yes. It's Julian French up against Mark Pearce. Probably Mark Pearce got the better of that, but didn't use it.
Gary Kingston with the ball again, kicking it forward. Dale Highland has the ball, tackled, gets a handball away to Don Zylstra. The ball comes free.
Bit of a scramble down there. I think the umpire will ball it up.
Bounce in the forward pocket for the Brooklyn Tigers. The ruckmen go up and the ball's been flicked down. Bolton kicks the ball towards the back flank for Boat Harbour. Cornish for the Tigers kicks the ball forward. Bolton roves it and loses the ball.
Tony Smith off the ground there, but straight to a Tigers bloke. But well stolen there by Andrew McLaren. And a good mark there to Jimmy Hendricks. Plays on straight away.
One of the better kicks we've seen so far during the game. Very scrambly at the moment.
Young
no
Ashley
clean
Hall,
possession.
number 10 for Blues, is playing a pretty good game so far. He's had 3 or 4 touches.
Hands on the ball early. Pearce is winning hands down in the ruck at the moment. Tigers may want to make a move there
Jamie
sometime.
Butcher on the ball and got it out to his teammate.
Ball moves to the wing now. That tackle definitely too high. Good call from umpire Dixon.
Jason Beswick, and
Jason Beswick plays on quickly with the ball to centre half forward for Boat Harbour.
Leading out, but
Peter Marshall should have taken that mark, but he kicks the ball forward now. has another chance at it, but loses possession.
It's all Boat Harbour Blues out there, though. Adrian Hall.
In the centre of the ground.
Easy.
Yes, the free kick downfield was met rather solidly a little bit late by Brian Cameron.
No, Julian French, I think it was.
I don't think there was any malice in that at all. It just arrived a little bit late, so a free kick to be taken on the 40-metre line.
By Jason Beswick, yes. He should kick this. He's kicked longer goals than this all year.
He should be aiming for the right-hand goalpost. Ball will go a little bit right to left. Con Donnelly on the mark. Not a bad looking kick, but the wind's taking it away. Yes. First score for Boat Harbour, behind.
It's behind, yes. Hopefully not going to see like last year when Smith and Seagulls kicked a lot of behinds and
that's
really
right.
threw the game away.
Well, 1 goal straight 6, Brooklyn Tigers, 1 behind to Boat Harbour, so it's Brooklyn Tigers by 5 points. Early stages of this, the first quarter. Donnelly back into play, a good length
straight
kick.
Down the centre. Good mark there by Rodney Wright.
Very well played, but a scrappy kick, Bevan French.
Onto Phil Messenger, looks for Don Zilstra, but it's too long.
The kick's a little bit long.
Well battled down there by Tony Smith at full back, and I think it's a bit scrambly, but it comes out to Phil Messenger, who's just missed.
Brooklyn Tigers 1-1-7, Boat Harbour 1 behind. Lead of a goal to Brooklyn Tigers, about 5 minutes into the first quarter. Andrew McLaren to bring the ball into play. Used to seeing him at full forward, the other end of the ground, but playing at full back. Yes. Possibly not a bad move in these early stages. Lovely kick back into play. Bevan French overruns the ball. Very scrambly play. Bolton for Boat Harbour first to the ball.
Runs around it, but he's held it in there, but it comes out now to... I don't know who that was.
I think it was Murray having a shot on goal and a behind to Brooklyn Tigers.
So they're peppering the goals there at the moment. The last couple of scoring shots have been fairly close together.
I'd say the pressure's fairly high at this early stage of the game because a lot of kicks are being taken hurriedly and not clean kicks, so the pressure is certainly on in these early stages of the game.
You don't get an easy kick in a final, I don't think.
Another lovely kick from Andrew McLaren.
Rodney Cornish was waiting there for it, but his teammate touched it on the way through.
Nice bit of dash, but a terrible kick, a little bit too high.
Ashley Hall again spoiled that, but comes loose. Ooh, this is dangerous down here in the goal square. Andrew
McLaren has the ball. Measures his kick. Lovely kick to Hall. Not so good that kick, but footing was not all that good. Pearce has the ball on the wing, kicks it towards the flank for Boat Harbour. With the sit was
playing from behind, so
Peter Marshall did have the sit, but got into the back of his opponent. Dean Walker will take the kick.
Yeah. Rod Cornish out here on his own, but he's elected to go for Bevan French, but nearly a good mark there by Ashley Hall. Just didn't quite stick long enough. Michael Parham with the ball out to Mark Pearce.
Pearce knocked off the ball by Wright.
Rodney Cornish, well played there by Mark Pearce. He did well there. And a good mark there by Matty Ferguson. He's gone for a pass to Blue, but Blue's not quite as young as he used to be.
In all fairness to Blue, I think they're playing him probably in the only position they could play him today because legs don't carry him as quickly as they used to.
Oh no, and on these heavy grounds too, he'd run out of puff fairly quick, I reckon.
Cornish with the ball, wasn't making a great attempt to do anything with it, but the umpire says it's all right and it will be thrown into play.
It's a little bit fortunate there.
He did make a great attempt to get the ball to a teammate. Ball thrown in. Julian French down to Cornish, kicks it forward. Good attempt there by Messenger, I think it was.
There's going to be a ball up here, I reckon. Oh, yes.
The ball's been knocked free.
And Peter tends to let it go when it comes out free like that, and it's probably good umpiring.
Palmer's kicked it forward, but the ball's been marked by Julian French.
He's getting a few grabs too.
Needs to get a few kicks around the ground because I think he's being beaten at the moment in the ruck.
There's a throw there, yes. It was a bit fortunate there because Jamie Butcher let his man go on his own and he could have really broken clear there.
I think I've seen more subtle throws so far this season in all grades of football than that.
Good mark there by Adrian Hall, just forward of the centre.
Kicks it into attack, a high ball, makes it hard for the forwards to try and mark
up
that.
There. Can he get to it? No.
Dean Walker.
Dean Walker in defence. Favours Phil Messenger. Well played, but he slipped over. I don't think Jamie looks that interested. He's looking more interested in tackling, which you've got to get the ball first on these sort of days.
I think there's one or two players out there at the moment that could want the ball a little bit more.
Yes. It's no good of sitting around waiting for your opponent and then tackling him. You've got to get the ball first really to do any good.
The desire is lacking a little bit in one or two players, but I'm sure the coach will remind them of that at quarter time.
Yes, Rodney Jones, nice tap on there to Andrew McLaren.
Julian French has an arm injury, the Brooklyn Tigers. Not too sure if they're going to get a trainer out to him or not. Anyway, the ball's on the wing, being pushed forward by Boat Harbour.
Kick off the ground there by Danny Wilson. Just too high for Peter Marshall. They're just falling down along that centre-half forward position.
Brian Cameron scrambles a kick out to no one in particular, to
Rodney Cornish.
Kicks it back into the back of Brian Cameron, so very scrambly football at the moment. Dean Walker trying to get a handle on the ball. A good tackle by the Boat Harbour player. And it comes clear to Andrew McLaren. He's pushed well forward from full back. Good kick into attack.
Jason Beswick on the ground there. He's broken clear. He's going to have a shot. He's
pretty good snap, but it hit the post.
I couldn't see whether that hit the post or the goal umpire's legs. I wasn't quite sure. But it was the post, so it's another behind the Boat Harbour Blues. Makes them 3 behinds. They trail Brooklyn Tigers 1 goal to 8.
Doesn't appear to be any clear system in the two teams at the moment. Ball's being kicked back into play. It's centre half forward, centre half back position. Stacks on the mill, and umpire Dixon will bounce the ball.
Bit of a 45 degree, but it comes out.
Dean Walker won the tap easily, but from Hall it's gone to another.
Gone to Hendricks, yes, but now with Rodney Cornish. Bounces his way clear. Dale Hyland on the lead. Picks it up on the bounce. It's good play by Dale Hyland. An intelligent hand pass onto Bevan Finch. And onto Paul Trenham, who kicks a goal.
Pretty good kick on the left foot. You could tell it wasn't his natural foot, but got quite a deal of distance out of that kick.
Yeah, it's a good goal there to Paul Trenham.
So it's the Brooklyn Tigers 2 goals to 14. Boat Harbour 2 behinds 2 points. A 2-goal lead to the Brooklyn Tigers. And we must be nearing quarter time in this first quarter of the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League Grand Final. Umpire Dixon to put the ball down again.
Yes, the goal kickers at the moment. Paul Trenham kicked that one, and Gary Kingston kicked the earlier one for Tigers. So far, no Boat Harbour Blues have found the big opening.
Umpire Dixon goes down on his posterior, but no injury there.
Off the ground by Rodney Jones, and finds Peter Marshall. Peter will be wanting to set something up here. He's looking for Blue Atkinson, and he should have held that one, I thought. He had the sit.
And Blue's hurt.
Yes, he's come down awkwardly.
I don't know if it's a shoulder or what type of injury.
Yes, he's still
down
there.
Might just be winded. Free kick to Brooklyn Tigers to Dean Walker. And another Boat Harbour player is down at the moment too. Can't see a number, so I can't tell you who that is.
Here comes Jamie Butcher now with the ball. He breaks up and he breaks the tackle well. But he didn't really look where he kicked it. He's a bit lucky that it bounced into an area where there's a few Blues players.
Ground appears to be very spongy at the moment.
Of them then. And they've marked there on the forward line and played on by Michael
Palmer. Here's a good chance for the Boat Harbour side, but a terrible kick.
He's out in the full, I think, yes. How's Blue going? He's back up on his feet?
Yeah, up and running around again. Bad kick then by Palmer.
Yes, I think he might have allowed too much for the win.
Had a lot more time to steady and take a good look at the big opening, but a fairly ordinary kick.
It was fairly quiet down there. I don't think anyone was talking to him much. And I think, you know, with these young players, they've got to be, the senior players have got to speak to them and tell them what they can do and what they can't do. A bit of a scramble over there. I think we'll end up with the ball up out of this. No one seems to be able to get the ball out. A very untidy football there. No, a free kick to Tigers.
I think it's Dean Walker yet again. If it is, he's had at least half a dozen kicks in this first quarter, doing quite well.
Yes.
And a few of them from free kicks, mainly because he's putting his body on the line. Ball at the forward flank for the Boat Harbour side.
Bradley Potts, hand pass, didn't go anywhere. Peter Marshall spins out of trouble and looks for Jason Beswick, but chipping in there is Brad Blizzard.
Still on the forward flank for Boat Harbour. The ball smothered.
Too slow there, Jason Beswick at that time. Michael Palmer, can he make amends for his last miss?
It looks a better kick this time around, but the wind's got it again.
Blue Atkinson, can he get it? He's got hold of it.
Spoiled.
He found Andrew McLaren, is it?
And Andrew McLaren has kicked Boat Harbour's first goal. So it's Brooklyn Tigers 2 goals 2-14. Boat Harbour 1 goal 2-8. A 1 goal lead to Brooklyn Tigers. Very close to quarter time.
Very unselfish play there from Blue Atkinson. He could have had a shot himself, but seen a teammate in a better position and didn't hesitate with the hand pass and passed it over to Andrew McLaren, and he didn't make any mistakes. So it's already shaping as though it's going to be a close finish. There's not much between the sides.
No, I don't think a side will get away to a large margin lead-wise so far today. Fairly ordinary bounce there by umpire Dixon in the middle of the ground, but just goes to show you how spongy it is at the moment. It's been pushed forward.
There's Matty Ferguson there burrowing in. He always burrows in fairly well, but I think it'll be a ball up this time. There wasn't much hope of the ball coming out then. See how we go this time. Another bit of a tussle there. Carl Zobo couldn't get the ball out, and it's going to be another ball up.
Very surprised at this stage that Peter Marshall isn't in the ruck, because Dean Walker, his opponent, has had at least half a dozen kicks in this first quarter. Peter Marshall's getting a few kicks, but he'd be more effective in the ruck.
Yes, I thought he would be. It comes to Glenn Hendricks, and he has a shot, but it's...
Lovely pass to his opposition player, Con Donnelly. Kick from the full-back line to the back flank.
The Boat Harbour Blues bloke went a little bit too far up. And
Cornish hand passes to himself. That should be penalised, and has been by umpire Dixon, holding the ball. The idea was all right, but hand passed it to himself and was still being tackled, so holding the ball.
Oh, there's a bit of a crude tackle there.
If not the mark, definitely in the back.
Yes, Rodney Jones.
Solid looking customer.
Yes.
Good attempt on a mark there by Jason Beswick for Boat Harbour. Palmer onto Marshall, onto McLaren. He's fumbled the ball but still has a chance.
He couldn't get the boot to the ball, but he's held on to and he's going to get a free kick.
Well, here's a chance for Andrew McLaren to kick Boat Harbour's second, indeed his second goal, and level the scores.
Yes.
He'll be kicking this from about 35 metres.
That line's 40, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Holding up in the breeze.
Distance, but
Blue Atkinson in the front of the pack.
He's paid back the compliment. Blue passed the last one to him and he's passed it back. So
dead in front. Couldn't miss this.
No, he won't miss this.
Very close to the man on the mark, but it's a goal. Blue Atkinson's kicked his first. And the scores are 2 goals 2-14 to the Boat Harbour Blues, 2 goals 2-14 to the Brooklyn Tigers.
Yes, we can't get much closer than that, can we?
Must be very close to siren time.
I think the scoreboard might be out. I think there were 3 points kicked up at the top end.
You may be right. We'll have to get that checked by the goal umpires at quarter time.
Yes, I think I've got a feeling Boat Harbour may be a point in front. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. A lot is points, I think, because I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. There's only going to be a matter of 1 or 2 goals at any time through the day, I think, the way the game's shaping.
Looks as though it's going to be a fairly close tussle all day. To the forward line for Brooklyn Tigers, an easy mark missed there.
Breaks through, but he can't can't beat the lot of them. Yes, he didn't try to get rid of the ball, so according to the umpire, and a free kick to Tony Smith.
No doubt Faulkner of the Brooklyn Tigers is ruining, missing that fairly easy mark now.
Yes.
Ball's about to be kicked out of the defensive area by Pearce.
It's a wobbly old kick, but marked by Ashley Hall. He plays on to cousin Adrian, who gets his kick away into the centre of the ground.
Dean Walker has another chance for yet another possession, gets a handball away quickly, but Ashley Hall has the ball.
Hall again, he's been a good player.
But yet again, poor delivery of the ball by a Boat Harbour player, but it's happening from either side so far.
Free kick there, pushing the back, goes to
Bakes.
Number 35, yes, Paul Bakes.
Another solid customer, a lovely torpedo punt
fella
to the forward flank. Dale Highland has a chance.
Got it, and I think he's held it. Oh, it was
very lucky there. Wasn't an attempt to hand pass the ball away, but I think the umpire was on the blind side there, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, I think he was. Oh, there's another 45 degree.
I think the umpires at quarter time might decide to throw the ball up for the rest of the day. Yes. Highland, a quick kick forward, and
he's kicked a goal.
It's a goal.
He won't let us forget that one, will he?
Certainly won't. Single goal kickers so far for Brooklyn. Gary Kingston, Paul Trenham, and also Dale Highland. So they're 3-2-20. Boat Harbour 2-2-14, but we believe that might be 2-3-15. So either way, 5 or 6 points in it so far. Not a bad snap there by Dale.
No. It's cleared the full forward and full back and just kept on going. Blair Davis has the ball back in the middle and puts it up. Now that's about a bounce.
Dean Walker in the ruck now. Good to see him in that position.
Adrian Hall playing in the centre, not playing a bad game. I think the Boat Harbour Blues fella could have infringed there, but the umpire let it go.
Ryan Cameron kicks it forward, but Adrian Hall has taken the mark on the back flank. Kicks it to centre half forward for Boat Harbour.
Peter Marshall can't take it. Glenn Hendricks roves the pack well, but Blues too far behind, really.
Con Donnelly meets the ball solidly, bursts through the pack and kicks it to the middle of the ground. Gary Kingston has the run of the ball.
Yes.
On to Cornish, gets rid of the ball this time, and has held on to far too long.
Yes, held on to well after he'd got rid of the ball.
It's a very long kick, very high kick, but unfortunately very wild and woolly and out of bounds on the full. Ball back towards the back flank, but a Boat Harbour player is being held on to by Cornish.
That's Bradley Potts.
A better looking kick towards the middle of the ground.
Paul Trenham with the ball, tried to get the hand pass out, but they all got swamped. Yes, I think the Blues fella come over the top of the whole pack, and I think that's what the kick's been given for.
It's good to see the umpires are protecting the player that is willing to make the play and go in for the hard ball.
Yes, I think it's good that they penalise the person who comes in on top of an already existing pack too, because
pass was on to Bevan French. He's taken the ball, run to centre half forward and kicked a long goal for the Brooklyn Tigers. Very good play. They're now 4-2, which is 26.
I wish that person wouldn't blow their horn. It sounds too much like the siren.
4-2, 26 to 2-2, 14. So the Brooklyn Tigers in the last 5 minutes or so, when they've journeyed forward, have used the ball a little bit better than Boat Harbour, which also includes a kick out of bounds on the full by Cornish.
Yes, that's a 2-goal margin, and that's quite a margin when you consider how close these sides have been all year.
You consider how quickly Brooklyn were able to score those 2 goals. Certainly not beyond the realms of probability that Boat Harbour could score goals just as quickly.
Yes. Michael Palmer, yes, I think he had it too long there and he's been penalised.
Trying to do a little bit too much with the ball that time.
Yes.
Dean Walker with yet another kick. I think he'd have to have the leading stats so far in this first quarter. There we have it, it's quarter time with the Brooklyn Tigers.
The mark wasn't paid. Young righty there wanted to have a shot, but Peter Dixon overruled him, so I don't think he'd have kicked it in.
Very ambitious, about 100 metres out. 4-2, 26, 2-2, 14. Brooklyn Tigers leading by 2 goals. Yes. Bob Ferguson rallying the troops, and Wayne Blaisley to give his message to the Brooklyn Tigers boys.
I think Bob would be a little bit disappointed with the last 7 or 8 minutes of that quarter. His team had a pretty good quarter up until then, but they seemed to let a couple of goals go by and let Brooklyn Tigers in for a handy break at quarter time.
I think the endeavour of the Brooklyn Tigers players improved in the second half of that quarter. There for a 5-minute period or thereabouts. There were a few players not willing to go in for the hard ball, but they seem to get their minds back on the job, and therefore they've got the 2-goal lead at quarter time.
Yeah, some of the better players, well, for the Tigers...
Definitely Dean Walker so far.
Dean Walker definitely has played well. Bevan hasn't done much yet. Rodney Cornish has had a few touches, and...
Gary Kingston proving elusive as usual on the forward line.
Gary Kingston's been a very handy player, and also number 2, Philip Messenger, has had quite a few touches as well.
2 Halls for Boat Harbour have been playing well for them in the first quarter. Adrian Hall and also Ashley Hall,
yes,
their
Adrian and
cousins.
Ashley, yes, and also Bradley Potts around the grounds had a few kicks.
Andrew McLaren, when switched to the forward line, was in it even more, kicking a goal, and
yes.
Lovely kick to the top of the goal square with Blue Atkinson finishing off the fine kick with a goal.
Yes, there's been too many of the Blues that haven't really been sighted yet. Danny Wilson's hardly had a touch. Andrew Miller's hardly had a touch. Jason Beswick hasn't done much yet. Jamie Butcher hasn't had a touch.
It will be interesting to see whether or not Peter Marshall goes into the ruck, because at the moment, whilst he is getting kicks, he's getting them too far out from goal to score himself, and Dean Walker is getting quite a bundle of kicks, so I think he'd probably be better served in the ruck.
Yes, I think they'd nearly be better served with him in the ruck, and probably Mark Pearce at centre-half forward.
I don't think his fitness would be any worry, so I can't really understand why he isn't in the ruck.
No, he's certainly got reach advantage on anybody else in the league, and it seems a pity to see that advantage wasted.
Dale Highland on the forward line snapped a goal in that quarter too, so proving that he still knows where the goals are. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't line up on the back line.
Yes, he's played the last couple of games in the forward line. He's kicked a goal each of his last 3 or 4 games, and so he's really amazed me this year, the turn of pace that he's been able to produce. And Dale's always been fairly slow, but he's been able to get away from his man a bit just in the first 5 metres or so, and if you give somebody like Dale a 5 metre start, you can't stop them.
Well, either team have players that are down at the moment that can certainly lift. If Don Zylstra comes into the play a bit more for Brooklyn, well, they could certainly widen their margin a little bit. Trenham kicked 1 goal, but from all reports, his goal kicking through the season's been pretty good too. 14 goals in the roster season, so if he comes alight, Brooklyn could look forward to a few more goals. But on Boat Harbour side of the ledger, Marcus Rosetto could get a little bit more of the ball, and
yes, he hasn't had much, has he?
Jason Beswick, if he could fire up, Peter Marshall, if he could fire up, certainly yes, we could have quite a few more goals in this quarter.
Yes, Michael Palmer's had a few touches, but he's tried to do too much at times, I think, and a lot of his good work's come undone. But here we go, ready for the second one.
Peter Dixon holds the ball in the air. Quarter number 2. Pearce against Walker in the ruck. Pearce wins easily onto McLaren. Kick to centre-half forward for Boat Harbour. Peter Marshall spills yet another one.
Jason Beswick having the shot for goal and straight through.
We mentioned him just a moment ago, and yes, he's kicked his first for Boat Harbour.
That's just the start that Boat Harbour needed to peg back that lead.
So many games of football are won by clear possessions out of the centre. The more that you can get out of the centre cleanly, the easier it is to get fast goals.
Yes, it is, and it was good work there by Peter Marshall, because Bevan French had to sit on that one, and he just tapped it over his head, and Jason Beswick was running into the space, and he had made no mistake of the kick.
Even if Peter Marshall isn't taking marks, he gives them someone to look for, and you know the ball's going to go to the ground. He'll either try and take the mark or force it down.
Yes.
Dean Walker from the centre bounce, hand pass
Ooh.
to no one in particular. Ashley Hall onto Andrew McLaren.
Yes.
Kick to the forward flank for Boat Harbour, but the Brooklyn Tigers player should get there first.
He didn't, though.
A little bit slow.
Yes. Bevan French and Jimmy Hendricks. Jimmy Hendricks reads that better, but still in play.
Bevan French has the run of the ball here if he can pick it up before the line. He has just. And the ball's finally out of bounds after a fairly scrambly passage of play.
Yes, fairly desperate. There's a lot of pressure on there. There's a bit of work done in the ruck there by Pearce, and it goes over the back to Rodney Wright. Rodney Cornish off the ground, but straight to Adrian Hall.
Gets his kick away, but another high kick makes it hard for the forward line players.
Jason Beswick couldn't hold it, but Blue Atkinson's got it, but sprays the kick out. But Matty Ferguson, can he pick it up? No, it's going to be a Tigers man to clear.
Definitely tackled too high to Brooklyn's Tiger player.
Who's that? Paul Bakes, isn't it?
Yes, Paul Bakes. Last line of defence.
We might have run over the mark there a bit too.
Another high kick. Picked up by Cornish. Kicks it towards the middle of the ground.
Here comes Jamie Butcher. No, bundled out of the way. And a good mark there to Bradley Potts at about centre half back. See whether they can set something up here.
Good length in his kick to centre half forward, and a lovely grab by Peter Marshall.
Just too much reach there, I think.
Didn't like the attention there of Dean Walker.
Blue Atkinson on the lead. Can he get it? No.
Probably spoilt one of his own teammates there.
Out of defence again. He's getting a few touches this quarter.
He's been in amongst the action in the opening couple of minutes of this second quarter. Peter Dixon will bounce the ball down between the forward flank and full forward position for Boat Harbour. No clear winner in the rucking duel. Boat Harbour player hand passes the ball away. Brooklyn Tigers in the van, kick off the ground, and Adrian Hall the first player to it for Boat Harbour. Long kick forward. Con Donnelly drops the mark. Well, that was fairly interesting. He was being tackled, being held by one arm, and placed the ball down, a bit like a touchdown in rugby.
A bit like a rugby touchdown, yeah.
Would have been a bit hard trying to penalise for that because he was being held by the arm, so
yes,
probably a wise decision by the umpire to let it go.
Yes, I think so. I think
Dean Walker onto Bevan French. Good delivery from Bevan to Paul Trenham.
Paul Trenham, yes. He
on the true wing position.
Should be able to set something up here for Tigers.
Yet another high kick. I think both teams have to look at their delivery to their forward lines.
Anthony Cornish off the ground.
Brooklyn Tigers player had the perfect sit there but couldn't take the mark.
Not 10 metres, so there's a bit of pressure on there on the Blues back line.
Good pick up there by Dale Highland. Not a bad snap, but a behind for Brooklyn.
No, it's out of bounds. It hit the point post. I thought that was through, but a bit deceiving there.
The wind certainly is holding the ball up at the bowling green end of the ground, making it hard for snapshots and deliberate shots on goal. Greg Price brings the ball back into play. Yes. Don Zylstra at the top of the goal square has a chance, but the ball's been whisked away by Boat Harbour.
You see the Blues have got the runner out. Brad Hanson's out. Whether there's going to be some changes made.
Shot on goal by Brooklyn Tigers player across the face. Out of bounds on the full. Bolton kicks back in for Boat Harbour. But Dean Walker first to the ball. His kick.
No, it's not going to come around.
Not a very good one.
No.
A behind.
We better go with what the scoreboard says until we know it's right. But
4-3-27, 3-3-21. So far it's Brooklyn Tigers leading by 1 goal. Long kick into play by Andrew McLaren, but straight to a Brooklyn Tigers player.
That's Brendan Murray. Brendan is his name, that's right.
Not a bad kick to the forward line this time. Don Zylstra was ready for the sit, but didn't go for the mark. Adrian Hall trying to break free, gets a handball clear.
Comes out to Hendricks. Can he get his kick in there?
Jimmy gets his kick towards the wing.
It's out to Jason Beswick, but over his head and Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall has the sit. Academy Award there, I think, for Peter Marshall.
I think he was playing for the free kick, and you've really got to wait for the whistle to go and just keep playing the ball.
A good mark by Andrew McLaren. I think the umpires are doing the right thing. They're only paying the genuine free kick.
Yes. Oh, that was a bit of a lucky one. You might have spoke too soon there.
I think the whistle was blown a bit quick, but we'll take that one. I'm sure Fred Pearce will enjoy that one. A good kick to the forward line.
A good mark there by Peter Marshall.
Coming into his own a little bit now. Maybe I could have been wrong saying he should be playing in the ruck.
Yes.
But possibly he's enjoying a bit more freedom with Dean Walker playing in the ruck away from him. Bevan French being a little bit shorter.
One thing in the league this year, though, in general, the ruckmen have been a bit shorter than what they were last year. The taller players, like Brooklyn Tigers, had the big fella in Darren Puker last year. Well, they haven't got him this year.
Ball out of bounds yet again.
It gives Peter Marshall a bit of a luxury because he's got so much advantage on everybody else.
Deep into Boat Harbour's attacking zone, the forward pocket. The Table Cape end of the ground.
Andrew McLaren goes up and comes to Rod Cornish. Brad Blizzard flips over and lets in Jimmy Hendricks now.
Having a bit of a dirty game so far as Brad Blizzard.
Yes, he's not really had a touch, and a good mark out of Andrew McLaren right on the boundary line.
Now this will be a testing shot. He's going to pass off to Adrian Hall.
Adrian Hall to have a shot from about 30 out.
Yeah, it's just inside the 40-metre line, so about 35 metres out from goal.
Probably kick from about 35.
Should be able to make the distance. Accuracy is the telling question.
Yes, straight over the goal umpire's head.
A goal to Boat Harbour as an interchange is made for the Brooklyn Tigers team. On is Julian French, and off is Zarbo. So it's 4 goals, 3-27 apiece. 2 goals so far this quarter to Boat Harbour. About the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
So Blues have clawed their way back and...
Blair Davis to put the ball down in the centre of the ground. That's good bounce.
Bit of a scramble in the middle, but comes out to Bevan French.
Good long kick to the forward line. Yes. Dale Highland caught out of position, but eager to contest it on the ground.
Comes out to Tony Smith, but he gives it straight off to Paul Trenham, who... No, Rodney Cornish has got the ball right in front of goal, but
he'll have a shot.
Through. Yeah, he'll have it. He's missed it, though.
Normally a fairly safe bet that he gets the ball anywhere near goal, he'll have a ping.
Yes.
Schmidt's about to bring the ball into play for Boat Harbour.
Looks like Boat Harbour Blues have called for the doctor. Their interchange player Les Roberts-Thompson has arrived off the flight from Melbourne, so hopefully we'll see him in action soon. I thought that was going the other way there, but just I think Peter Dixon might have indicated the wrong way for a start.
Boat Harbour towards centre half forward, but it's been picked up by Cameron onto French, and he kicks it towards the forward flank for Brooklyn team. Jamie Butcher makes a gallant attempt. I think he was going for a classic catch. Jason Beswick falls over.
Yes, lost the ball there.
Phil Messenger on to Bevan French. He's got plenty of time to have a look up the field and kick it towards the forward flank.
Kicks well, Bevan, doesn't he? He always looks for somebody who kicks long, which...
Yes, you can definitely see he's played Northwestern Football Union games, quite a few with Smithton and also quite a few games with Wynyard. And he's marked the ball.
It makes a lot of difference in this sort of competition too, if you do kick the ball long, because it usually takes a couple of kicks to get it back again.
Well, we've just given him a rap, and he missed a pass then to Messenger. Overshot with the kick just a little bit. That's out of bounds wide of the wing. With the score, 4 goals 4-28 to 4 goals 3-27.
Ball with Anthony Cornish.
Kicks the ball into the middle of the ground. Dean Walker has a run of the ball, met solidly.
Rodney Jones there kicked it straight into his opponent. There's a bit of fumbling going on there.
Marcus Rossetto gets a quick kick at the ball, but it goes straight up in the air.
Off the ground by Julian French. Puts Jamie Butcher in for his first kick of the game, I think. No, he can't get away. He's been penalised.
A little bit slow with disposal that time, so he's been penalised. And the kick's going to Faulkner. high kick deep into the forward line for Brooklyn. Don Zylstra sets himself but doesn't take the mark. Here's a go for the Brooklyn Tigers and a goal.
Who was that? Just wait for him
we'll
to turn
pick up
around.
the player in just a moment, but the quick kick came from Dale Highland. Number 39 is Faulkner.
Jeff Faulkner, yes.
He's had a couple of chances
yes.
in the game so far, spilled a couple of marks, so be pleased to be in the scorebook.
Yes, it might just set him up now. He's got the first one out of the way and he just might go on with it from there.
Well, so far the pattern of the game has been Brooklyn Tigers will kick a goal or two and then Boat Harbour will strike back, but Brooklyn Tigers so far have been able to steady each time and kick that goal or two to steady the ship.
Yes, I think Boat Harbour tend to be catching up all the time, and if that continues all day, I think Tigers will probably run out close winners. But
this next goal, or the next couple of goals before half-time will be very important.
Here's a free kick to Dale Highland.
Kicks to a lead for Don Zylstra, but kicks a little bit too long. Tony Schmidt has the ball. That was a bit malicious.
He's lost it. He's taken it off him.
I think the ball's going the other way. A bit silly.
That was a silly play, that was.
So Gary Kingston has a kick.
Really no need for that. He had the ball, and one of the things in football, if you've got the ball, you don't play around like that.
He's kicked, and Rodney Cornish has marked the ball. He'll be having a kick from about 15 metres out on a slight angle. Shouldn't have too much trouble kicking this one. But he has kicked a point.
He's missed it. That was very lucky there for Tony Schmidt, really, because it would have been the goal that...
Looked as though he thought that was going to be a certainty and didn't take enough time over his kick.
Yes.
Just blazed away.
Easy. Yes, if there could be one criticism of Rodney Cornish's game is his casual attitude at times, and he could be a very good player if he applied his mind to it.
That certainly could have been one that Brooklyn dearly would have loved to have got. There's a little bit of niggling going out.
Yes.
Going on the ground at the moment. Dale Highland has the ball. Hand passes to no one in particular, though.
Jamie Butcher kicks off the ground, but straight
Rodney French has the ball.
Rodney Wright.
Sorry, Rodney Wright.
Yeah.
He'll be kicking from about 40 metres, so this kick will test him. With the wind swirling to this end of the ground. Will be slightly right to left. Terrible kick off the boot.
Poor kick, yes. Andrew Miller there running the ball out in front of him. Good play there.
Brian Cameron.
Brian Cameron's going to run out of room. No.
Very good work onto Faulkner, but his kick smothered. Dale Highland has the ball. Hand passes over to Don Zylstra.
His kick smothered and out of bounds.
A good smother by Adrian Hall.
A bit of pressure there for the Blues back line, but they stood up to it quite well. But it's still on there. They've still got to get the ball out of there. So
a fairly crowded forward line at the moment for Brooklyn Tigers, so they're making scoring opportunities very hard.
Yes, nobody at home here for the Blues. It's nearly all Tigers.
Brad Blizzard flicks the ball forward. Rodney Wright kicks it forward, but a very crowded forward line yet again.
Ooh,
and you'll notice, Ray, that most of the players are sticking to one side of the ground.
Yes, there's not much play at all out this side.
Now players heading in all sorts of directions. The pass is on.
Mark Pearce has it, yes. He's going to get caught here, I feel. No. Peter Marshall can't quite grab it, but Matty Ferguson runs onto it and had to kick high to get over his man and lost the distance that time. Oh, that's nearly deliberately out.
Out of bounds.
He didn't really make much attempt to keep it in, but I suppose he didn't have much option either.
Between the forward flank and full forward position for Boat Harbour, so ball got up the other end of the ground fairly quickly. At the moment it's Brooklyn Tigers 5-5-35, Boat Harbour 4-3-27, 8-point lead to the Brooklyn Tigers. A hurried kick, but Adrian Hall has the mark. He'll be looking to
mark on the 40-metre line.
He's push Boat Harbour well into attack. He's passed to Andrew McLaren. He'll be kicking from just inside 40 metres. A good kick. He kept it flat and kept it straight. A goal to Boat Harbour.
He's the first dual goal kicker from the match.
Yes, 2 goals to Andrew McLaren. The score is 5 goals, 5-35 to the Brooklyn Tigers. 5 goals, 33 to Boat Harbour. 2 points the difference. Fine example there of how to kick a goal into a breeze, keep the ball fairly low, and it should cut through the breeze quite well.
He's a very intelligent shot for goal, Andrew. He really thinks about his game, and
understandable why he kicked 40 goals for the season.
Yes. He's the man that is probably most capable of kicking a winning score for Boat Harbour.
Well, no one really got an effective tap from the middle, so the ball will be bounced down again, slightly in favour of Boat Harbour. Tossed up this time. No one really winning the tap again. Adrian Hall breaks clear, kicks it to the forward flank.
Jason Beswick loses his footing. And
battle between Beswick and Cameron. Beswick wins out and passes on
Adrian
the ball,
Hall
but a terrible kick.
Straight out the full. He had a real chance there to set something up, and
very sloppy disposal that time. Peter Marshall giving a few instructions. Kick to be taken by Con Donnelly. No one's making a lead, so he'll be kicking to a fairly congested back line.
The Tiger runner gets in the way there, but a good mark to Peter Marshall.
It's been paid the other way, I think.
Paid the other way. I couldn't...
Very lucky that time, Brooklyn Tigers.
Yes, I thought that was a little bit unfortunate for Blues, because I thought Peter Marshall had the best of that.
Definitely did take the mark, but umpire saw it differently.
Yeah, well, that's what...
Rodney Wright trying to follow on from the tap. Stacks on the mill, but Phil Messenger breaks free. No. Tackled high and will take the free kick.
Rod Cornish receives well, and
he'll probably kick this.
No, he's missed it.
Blazes away again and a behind.
He's letting his side down a little bit.
He's more than likely to kick the goal on the run than sometimes from the set shot.
I think at half-time, I think Coach Wayne Blazley will be having a word with Rodney, tell him to just have a bit more of a look. And
I think both coaches will probably talk about trying to keep the forward lines uncrowded, because at the moment, both Boat Harbour and Brooklyn, when the ball goes forward, it's very congested, making it hard to score.
Free kick there to Adrian Hall, who's being held on to. It comes down to Andrew Miller, who's clear, so he breaks away.
Andrew McLaren's got the run of the ball here, goes to tap it on.
Good tap on, and the ball
still has the run of the ball.
Good play there by Andrew McLaren to keep the ball on the forward line. It could have quite easily come back.
An ugly pack, so the ball will be bounced by Blair Davis.
It's not really a lot of wind advantage, would you think? Or?
I don't think the wind's playing that big a factor in the game so far, because scoring has been successful at either end of the ground.
Yes.
Brian Cameron kicked forward, but Adrian Hall has the ball now, kicking it forward for Boat Harbour. The centre half forward, and Peter Marshall has the ball. Had to stretch for that grab.
There's two ruckmen at full stretch there, and Peter Marshall just had the longer reach.
Goes for a short pass for the lead, and it's been taken.
Yes, Jason Beswick on the lead there.
Crowd starting to get a little bit more vocal now, and a good crowd too at the Wynyard Footy Ground.
Yes.
I'd say the Northwest Christian Amateur Football League hierarchy would be very pleased with the attendance.
Yeah, it seems to be a good crowd around, and quite a bit of noise from the vocal supporters, which is good.
Jason Beswick's shot on goal will be about from 35 metres.
Tends to take his time, Jason.
It's a pretty good looking kick.
It's a good kick, yes, that's a goal to Blues. That's two.
Boat Harbour have the lead for the first time in the game.
Jason has kicked a goal in every match that he's played this year, and he's missed 2 matches, but every game that he has actually taken the field, he has kicked goals. So
looks as though Leslie Roberts-Thompson's on the ground.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. He hasn't played for a while, and see how he fits into the team.
He was interchanged for Wilson.
Right. I'm a bit surprised at that. I thought maybe Jamie Butcher might have been interchanged, but I guess that...
Jason Beswick has 2 goals now.
Yes, Jason has 2, and Andrew McLaren has 2, and singles to Adrian Hall and Rodney Atkinson. The
main goal scorers for the Brooklyn Tigers. Paul Trenham, 1 goal. Dale Highland, 1 goal. Faulkner, 1 goal. Kingston, also 1 goal. And they've kicked 5, so there must be one other somewhere.
Bevan French?
Bevan French, also 1 goal.
Ball down in the middle again and comes out to Bevan French. Oh, there's a push out.
Good use of the body by Trenham. Runs past centre-half forward and boots to full forward. Don Zylstra should take this. Had to sit, was well
Don's
clear.
first kick, I reckon, wouldn't it?
Silly play there by Bolton of Boat Harbour. Pushed Zylstra over, who was standing close to the mark.
I think we can nearly mark that one down.
Yes, Bolton, I should say, pushed Gary Kingston over, who was standing close to the mark, and Zylstra will kick right on the goal line almost. And the umpire straightening him up, so decreasing any angle that there was. Kicked a goal. Bob Ferguson certainly would be furious with that after Boat Harbour got the lead for the first time in the game.
Well, that's twice the Blues backline have done silly things like that. Look, Tony Smith did one a while ago, and Ian Bolton then. And if they're going to win this game, they've got to
runner Brad Hansen's gone straight out to Bolton.
Yeah, I think he's coming off. I think he's going to bring him off. That's good coaching. I think that's good coaching, to bring a bloke straight off after he's made a mistake like that and have a word with him before.
Off he comes and on goes Dunham.
The ball back in the middle, Adrian Hall bringing it out of the middle, but Matty Ferguson's got the sit there, but Blue Atkinson, no,
but it's out of bounds. The score at the moment is Brooklyn Tigers 6 goals 6, 42 to Boat Harbour 6-3, 39. Even though the scoreboard, I think they may not have a 4 and a 2.
They've got 5. They haven't changed the bottom part.
No, I don't think they've got a 4 and a 2 at the moment. So 6-6, 42 to 6-3, 39. They've gone to sleep in the scoreboard.
I think they've forgotten to change the bottom part of the scoreboard.
Out of bounds again, the forward pocket area for Boat Harbour. Fairly expansive pockets here at the Wynyard ground because it's such a wide ground.
I think the runners are going to be tired by the end of the day. I see Robbie Rosendale going out there again.
They have been very busy so far.
Yes.
Bevan French has the ball from the throw-in, touches it down once and puts his kick
straight
towards
to
the wings.
Potts.
Bradley Potts has played a fairly solid game so far for Boat Harbour. Kicks towards the flank.
Peter Marshall.
High flyers needed, but Peter Marshall couldn't take the mark. I think that was Palmer moved the ball forward. Blue Atkinson on to McLaren. Good play, and McLaren has kicked a goal.
Kicks his third.
3 goals to Andrew McLaren. Boat Harbour have the lead again by 2 points. 7 goals, 3:45.
Is that the first time they've been in front?
No, they took the lead 2 or 3 minutes ago.
That's right, yeah. Oh, yes, they did too, of course.
Brooklyn Tigers, 6 goals, 6:42. Although the scoreboard now has them 6-6, 43, so they're trying to play tricks on us this afternoon.
Yes.
But 6-6 is 42 and 7-3 is 45, so it's Boat Harbour by 2 points. Peter Dixon puts the ball down in the middle, having a bit of trouble bouncing the ball today.
Yes.
Julian French gets the tap, but it goes forward. Marcus Rosetto spills what he should have taken.
Yes, he's been doing that a lot this year. He gets the first grab quite easily a lot of times, but doesn't go on with it. Here's Les Roberts-Thompson, slips over.
Bevan French gets a scrambly kick to it. And it's half-time in the Northwest Christian Football League Grand Final. Brooklyn Tigers and Boat Harbour. Sees Boat Harbour leading by 2 points, 7 goals, 3:45 to 6 goals, 6:42.
Yes, a good half of football, and it's going to be a close game right through. And some good players there. Andrew McLaren with his 3 goals is really probably the best on the ground at this stage.
Certainly is. Dean Walker was a little bit quiet that quarter, so Andrew McLaren would be taking the vote so far.
Yes, I think Andrew would be the best on the ground at this stage.
The main goal scorers for the Boat Harbour team, Andrew McLaren 3 goals, Jason Beswick 2 and Blue Atkinson 1 goal. And for Brooklyn Tigers, Bevan French has 1 goal, Paul Trenham 1, Dale Highland 1, Faulkner 1 and Kingston 1. So single goal kickers for the Brooklyn side. Yes,
I think that's a telling point too, that the Tigers haven't got any one forward that seems to be dominating their forward line, and unless Don Zylstra or Gary Kingston can get in there and get a few goals, I think they could be wanting at the end.
I think the main trouble that both sides will have to work on in the second half, if they hope to win this game and win it by a decisive margin, is to open up their forward lines.
Jason Bentley, go to run. See you last time. Right, the runners are ready to start. David Cobbing there is ready to send them on their way. We have Kim Reid, number 35 for Tigers, Mark Spur, 13 for City Warriors, and number 14 is Neville Jones for City Warriors. Right, we have Neville Jones out in front from Kim Reid, Mark Spur coming third. At this stage, they're stretching out over the back straight there now. Neville Jones does a slight lead on Kim Reid, who's moving up with Mark Spur running a little bit wider on the side there. Just give them a cheer as they come around. Start cheering your side on. Mark Spur's had a big sprint there. He's gone to the front. Are they going to catch him? Neville Jones is starting to get a little bit tailed off there. Kim Reid's trying to catch up to Mark Spur. I think Mark might have it. Come on, cheer them on as they come up the straight here. Give them a cheer. Mark Spur's stretching them out. Stretching them out now. Neville Jones is tailed off. Kim Reid, I think Mark Spur's got it. Give him a hand. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's the third year in a row, I think, that City Warriors have won this race. Mark Spur, I think, victorious last year as well. So, now, I don't know whether there's any ladies about or not. Any ladies around for the ladies' race? Looks like the ladies' race probably is not going to happen, unfortunately. Unless we've got some runners. Have we got some runners for the ladies' race?
Get Rosemary to go. Call Rosemary.
Tigers are out in the ground, the umpires are out in the ground. We're just waiting now for the Boat Harbour Blues to reappear. We have Mark Spur back with us fresh after his win in the half-time 440.
Yeah, I'm still puffing a bit, Ray.
Well, a little bit disappointing that the opposition wasn't very numerous.
Yeah, well, probably that was a good thing on my behalf, lack of opposition. That's probably the only reason I got across the line.
Maybe that's one way we could get City Warriors to a grand final.
Yeah, take a few of the clubs out.
Maybe be some fines for late out, do you think? Start fining the clubs for being late back out on the ground, or?
Well, I think so. They do it in the other leagues.
Here they come now. Peter Marshall leading the side out.
Now, I've been watching the game from the sidelines for most of the first half, so pretty impressed with the standard of football.
Yeah, it's been pressured. You know, it's been a bit scrappy in places, but that's pressure that does that to any final sort of like that. So, Andrew McLaren has kicked 3 goals. He's probably the best player on the ground at this point, from my point of view. I don't know what you think there.
Yeah, no, he's put in well. Although I know Adrian Hall's got a lot of possessions around that centre of the ground.
Yes, Adrian has.
He's given them that drive forward, which is necessary in a football match.
See how they're going to line up now. The boundary umpires to go to their corners, ready to start the second half. Umpire Blair Davis puts the ball in the air, waiting for the timekeepers.
Score at half time. No one really gets it out of the centre, but Cornish drives the ball up high, but doesn't gain any distance. And chases on onto the wing, and Jones in pursuit. But Wright gets the ball for Brooklyn Tigers.
Still scrambling, they can't get their foot to the ball quick enough.
Right. Ball's high, centre half forward for the Blues, but it's repelled by Wright of Brooklyn Tigers.
Goes through the whole pack there, and Bevan French kicks it off the ground, but Adrian Hall is
doing a lot of hard work there on that half-back line.
And she's on behind play there, I think there, a little bit of a bump, but...
Beswick's got the ball on the wing for the Blues, drives it up at the boundary line, and Matthew Ferguson lets the ball go over.
Marcus Prentice to throw the ball in, doing a good job in his first season of boundary umpiring, and been rewarded with the grand final and done a pretty good job. Another good throw there.
All right, and Jones handball out for the Blues. All right, we've got some space here for Boat Harbour boy in Zavo.
Mark Rosetto.
Mark Rosetto.
On the wrong side. Free kick here to Dean Walker. It swings around, but it's going to go straight to Andrew Miller.
I think Boat Harbour need to settle down here and try to look for someone up that forward line instead of just blazing it away.
Yes, Boat Harbour got a good opportunity here. If they can kick a couple of quick goals, it could dishearten the Tigers, and that's probably all they need to do.
Cornish out in the wing for Brooklyn takes the ball. Handball's over the top. And Brooklyn, once they drives it forward, the half-forward line for them. And Brooklyn drive it forward, but Potts for Blues will repel his attack, driving the ball back towards the centre.
Bevan French should collect this ball. I think he might have gone too wide, is he? No, he's just in.
Push it out wide. I think Dale Hyland out there takes the mark. Drives it into the forward line for Brooklyn Tigers.
Cornish positioned himself at the back of the pack, but
the ball comes out the back. Adrian Hall caught, but the ball's still play on. And the ball umpire Peter Dixon calls for a ball up.
See if Peter can improve his bouncing this half. He's going to throw it up. That's probably a wise move for Peter.
And the ruckman contest, and no one really wins other than the boundary line.
The rain stayed away. It's been a pretty good day, pretty comfortable watching conditions, and a reasonable crowd in, and makes for an interesting second half. A good close game. The
crowd's being involved where I was. They were doing a bit of cheering down in the grandstand down there into the pocket. The Phil Messenger for Brooklyn Tigers drives the ball forward. Zilster in front, doesn't hold the mark. Jamie Butcher and
Donnie Bolton.
Bolton gets the ball
Bolton
to back to the centre of the ground. Drives it towards goal, but marked right on the goal line by
Tony Smith.
Smith.
Boat Harbour boys making leads here on the flank.
He goes short
To Les Roberts-Thompson. No, it was punched away. He took it too easily. Well, bad hand pass there. We really could have set up a goal there. But
the ball, Adrian Hall once again drives the ball out of the back line straight to Mark Pearce. Drops an easy one. But he recovers well and drives the ball at the wing to no one in particular other than Phil Messenger of the Brooklyn Tigers. He slows it down a bit, drives it forward. Matthew Jones holds a good mark, but the umpire doesn't pay that. And he'll call for a ball up. Half forward for Brooklyn Tigers.
Plenty of players around that ball up. Jeez, fairly thick out there.
Good punch by Jones of Boat Harbour.
The Boat Harbour boys seem to be a bit slow there. They didn't chase that ball.
Good handball from...
there's a goal.
Good handball there from the Brooklyn guy to set up that goal.
Who kicked that one? Did you see who kicked that one? It came out there awfully quick. I wasn't expecting that one to go through.
No, I didn't pick it up myself, Ray.
No, I didn't pick up who kicked that.
No pats on the back either, so...
I don't know whether the cameraman picked it up. But
yeah, there's a good handball over the top there by Brad Blizzard to set that goal up.
Yes.
He opened up the space for his teammate to drill the ball into the open goal square.
We'll have to find out who kicked that one later on, I think. Bevan French has it now, kicks it to centre half forward. Les Roberts-Thompson can't hold it. Comes out to Ian Bolton onto Bradley Potts. But he's trying to do too much. He's been penalised.
Yeah, caught with the ball, definitely held the ball too long there.
Gary Kingston playing for 50 there, but the umpire won't be sucked into that.
Taking his time, he's having a set shot for goal, Gary. Drills along, will be landing in the goal square, won't quite make the distance. And Tony Smith holds a good chest mark in the goal square. He'll slow it down and look for his man, which he does, and he finds Jones of centre half back position.
Not much moving there for Blues.
He looks wide for Potts, but Potts spoiled by Brad Blizzard. And Brooklyn Tigers drives the ball forward, but skewing off the side of the boot, out on the full.
Brad Blizzard's probably had more touches in this quarter than what he had for the whole first half. He didn't seem to be in it at all the first half, but he's done a couple of useful things this quarter.
I think they may have moved him up the ground a bit. He seems to be playing a little further up the ground than he was.
Yes, mark there to Andrew McLaren. Now he's got a chance here to set something up for the Blues.
Ashley Hall's coming off for Boat Harbour Blues.
And Daniel Wilson going on.
Right. Ball in the centre of the ground. He's in a bit of a scramble at the moment. No one taking possession. But Beswick caught with the ball. But the ball's still in dispute. Umpire will have to ball up soon. But Boat Harbour get the ball through Beswick. Dribbles the ball up the boundary line to Blue Atkinson, who tries to pick up one-handed. But still picks up the ball, but...
she's scrambling out there at the moment, isn't it?
Hard to pick up the players in a pack like that. And I think the Brooklyn Tiger kicked the ball up the boundary line and or bounced out. Or out on the full.
Out in the full, was it?
No, it's not. No, boundary throwing.
No. Greg Price to throw the ball in.
All right, Julian French at the front of the ruck there. Taps the ball down the top front.
Daniel Wilson takes a nice mark
good
there.
Mark. Just coming on pressure. Coming in off the interchange bench, takes a good mark.
Down to Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall, who tries to hold a mark. But Tigers repel the ball through Cornish, who drives the ball straight down the ground. The way to play this ground.
Don Zilstra's leading out well there.
To a vacant person in the goal square, holds a good mark. And I think that's...
Jeff Faulkner, isn't it?
Yes. And
Jeff Faulkner kicked the goal earlier in the first half, and he has a chance to make two.
Yeah, about 5 metres out on a slight angle. Should have no problems in kicking this one.
He's missed it though, has he? No, he's just got it.
Scraped it in. So that leaves Brooklyn to extend their lead a little bit.
Yes, that makes Brooklyn 8 goals 9, isn't it?
Yeah,
yes,
8 goals 9.54, I believe.
To Boat Harbour Blues 7 goals 3.45. Waiting for the ball to come back to the middle. Plenty of instruction out there for the Boat Harbour Blues players from the runners.
Yeah, I believe they've really got to hold Brooklyn Tigers out for this quarter, and I believe they'll be coming home with a slight breeze, which should assist them in the final quarter. So they still got to work hard for this third quarter to hold the Brooklyn Tigers out. Jones taps the ball down for Boat Harbour. Bevan French tapping the ball in front, out to Brad Blizzard.
Brad Blizzard, not
but sharked off the pack there by Henricks, I believe.
Yes, Henricks. Coming through there is Anthony Cornish, playing a very good game, Anthony Cornish, and finds
Phil Messenger on his own on the wing. Plays on straight away, kicks the ball badly forward, but Don Zilster runs onto the loose ball. But Bradley Potts picks the loose ball up again.
Bad slip over there by Julian French, lets the Blues in.
Good tap on by Henricks there to the advantage of McLaren, who fumbles a little bit. Cornish picks up the ball. Brad Blizzard, another possession. He gets the ball into the pack well and does a good job. He goes up to Brian Cameron, who drills it up to the Cornish out on the wing. Yeah, he's got 20 he can run. He's going to run into a goal. Kicks long towards the goal square.
And out in the full.
Out in the full.
He hasn't used the ball well at all today, Rodney Cornish.
No, he's been doing... usually throughout the course of the year he's a good kick for goal, but today he's been a bit wayward.
Yes, he hasn't taken the time to steady and have a look at the sticks.
Right, the ball's taken by Boat Harbour. McLaren marks easily in the centre of the ground, plays on straight away, drives towards centre half forward, looking for Blue Atkins. The ball is punched away by Tigers and cleared out quite well there by Condonnery, but then Brendan
Murray, yes,
kicks the ball to the advantage of Dale Hyland on the wing.
Good pick up there by Dale Hyland under pressure too.
Right, handballs over the top, back to Brendan Murray, who a kick under pressure goes straight to Bradley Potts. He goes back, has his kick, plays on, and smothered off the boot by Bevan French to the advantage of Cornish, but then he fumbles and Adrian Hall clears. The ball to centre half forward for the Blues, handball by Henricks to Brad Blizzard. Once shrugs off a tackle.
Too strong for him there. He just couldn't
clears
hold
out to Rodney Cornish, who's got a lot of the ball this quarter. And drills it towards the goal square, into the goal square. Should be an easy goal here for
Gary Kingston.
Gary Kingston off the ground.
There's a bit of a break there now.
Yes.
Bit of a break, and this could be dangerous.
That was a better kick by Rodney Cornish that time. He settled and he kicked it long and went over the top of the pack towards the goal square. Although it wasn't his goal, he set it up for Gary Kingston there.
Yes, I think if the Blues don't get the next goal, they're going to be in all sorts of trouble.
Yes, they'll have to keep this lead down to a minimum of 2 or 3 goals. Right, Jones gets the ball out of the ruck. McLaren drives it forward, straight down the goal. Blues in a good position. But the ball is sort of disputed and goes over the boundary line in the forward pocket. And they have a bit of a friendly...
Yes, I think there's a free kick being given against
Blue.
It should be probably 50 metres there. He had the ball and laid it at his feet. I think he might have went over the mark too.
Con Donnelly kicks the ball out. He's a Bevan French at the bottom of the pack, gets the ball. Henricks runs into his own man, but manages to get a kick forward. Ball's high in the pack. No Blues there at all to that ball, and Brooklyn Tigers clear it out through Phil Messenger again, who's tackled well.
No.
Oh, unlucky there, I believe.
Yes, I thought he was in possession.
Good tackle. The umpire faded the other way for tackling too long. Mark Pearce handballs out of the pack. Goes to the advantage of Phil Messenger again out in this wing. Handballs well to Dale Hyland, who's running clear, sets the ball up for his own man.
Good
lead by Don Zilstra.
No, that bounced. Yes,
play on's called by the umpire. Good tackle. Right, now umpire Blair Davids pays a free kick to Don Zilstra for tackling without possession of the ball. He takes his time, goes back and has a kick towards goal. Kicks long, to no one in particular. The ball's in a pack again. Picked up by Bevan French, slung off the ball. Adrian Hall also slung off the ball.
Yeah, Adrian's going to get a free kick, I think, for being hung on to.
He must have just got rid of it, and it was a late tackle. Hall can't see who to kick to.
Crowd up here getting vocal.
He kicks long, good kick to the advantage of Fred Pearce.
Dale Highland, he nearly dropped that.
Julian French doesn't take possession. Phil Messenger again getting a lot of possession this quarter. Handball's off to Andrew Cornish, who kicks forward. No one. Pack develops. The ball goes to Brendan Murray, who kicks the goal.
No, I think he's missed it. Yes, he's missed it.
Phil Messenger out here on this grandstand wing, getting a lot of possession this quarter and giving a bit of drive.
He's improved a lot this quarter. He didn't have a real bad first half, but he's really gone well this quarter and set a lot of things up for the Brooklyn Tigers.
McLaren kicks out to a short lead by Tony Smith, takes it on his chest, plays on straight away, has a bounce and drills it up to the wing. But a good mark taken by Brad Blizzard out on that wing.
The kicking has let the Blues down a lot. They've kicked too long and too short at times. They haven't picked their men out.
Not looking. Bevan French sidesteps, has a kick straight towards the goals. And it's high in the square. And sharked off the pack by Gary Kingston.
Gary Kingston again. Has he got it? No, he hasn't got his third.
No, it's one behind.
Yeah.
Registered there by the umpire. Tony Smith to kick in for the Blues this time. Needs to look for a player. They need to play possession football, I believe. So he does there.
There's Roberts Thompson. Plays on.
Good handball over the top.
Daniel Wilson in the middle.
Once again, doesn't look for a man. But luck's a fortune. Fred Pearce there does well. Doesn't quite get around the tackle.
It's good umpiring there to let that go because both players were in possession at the time.
Ball's in the pack again. Heavy work there by...
Going to be a ball up by umpire Peter Dixon here.
Both sides doing heavy work there, and umpire Dixon does the right thing by balling the ball up.
Yes, there's too many players getting around the ball, and it makes it very scrambly.
All right, Bevan French runs through a pack, keeps the ball out in front, which is the right thing to do, and the ball's socket off the ground by a Brooklyn Tiger. And the ball's centre half forward, and here goes...
Paul Trenham has a shot for goal, and I think he might have kicked it. Yes, he has.
Yeah, it's a good goal. They're running onto his right foot, kicking it over his shoulder. And he doesn't make any mistake at all.
That's 2 goals to Paul Trenham, and he's been a handy player across that half-forward line. But I think Blues are in a little bit of trouble at the moment. They've got to regroup and really pile some score on, or it'll be all over before they know it.
Yeah, the score at the time is Brooklyn Tigers have got 10 goals, 6, 88, I believe.
10-6, it should be 66.
10-6, 68 to...
10-8, 68, is it?
Yeah, 10-8, yeah, it must be 10-8, 68 to...
7-3, 45.
Blues got 7-3, 45. Hall picks the ball up, swings around onto his left foot, and kicks out wide to a running Peter Marshall, who needs to pick this ball up cleanly. Dean Walker hot on his hammer. And Dean Walker manages to clear the ball from Peter Marshall there. Kicks up the wing to Cornish, tries to go one-handed. The ball's in a pack there. A good handball out to Rob Thompson, who handballs to the advantage of Andrew McLaren, fumbles a bit but recovers. A quick kick off his boot forward. Once again not looking, and Beswick takes possession of the ball, but Don Connolly sort of defends well there, and the ball's cleared over the boundary line.
Throw in the half-forward line for Bad Harbour Blues in attack. They must score from this this effort forward, or I think their cause is a lost one.
Bevan French with the ball out in front of him now. Tackled well by...
Come out of there too easy, really.
Right, picked up by Andrew Miller. He looks forward, kicks long, but there's all Brooklyn Tigers there. But Blue
Atkinson,
ball holding up in the wind there. Blue playing in front, the right thing to do. And good bump there off the ball by Fred Pearce. Picks the ball up well onto his right foot, kicks it into the pocket.
It's going to
stay
a
chase on here. The Brooklyn Tiger guy does well, keeps the ball in play.
Well, I thought it was in, but
Boundary line umpire calls that
He
out.
was close, so we'll take his word for it.
Boat Harbour really need to get a goal from this move forward.
Yes, running out of time.
Bevan French taking a few possessions in the last few minutes of this quarter. Kicks well up to...
And a good kick, and a good play on there too to Rodney Cornish.
He kicks long again. Kicks forward to Bolton in the square, who touches it through and goes through for one behind.
One behind the Tigers, but more importantly, the Tigers have got the ball up there into the field, which means that Boat Harbour have got 3 or 4 kicks before they can score. So Brooklyn Tigers are looking good at the moment.
Yes, they're playing the better brand of football. Their possessions.
Yes, apart from this one man, Adrian Hall, he seems to be the only man that seems to be holding him up at all. And
he kicks short there, but that chipped in there well by Rodney Cornish. And he's in the centre of the ground, and he's going to kick long, which is the right thing to do with the breeze. Kicks very long. Torpedo pump into the square.
Oh, a good mark. Yes, a good mark there by Don Zylstra.
Yeah, playing in front. Once the ball kicked long, and you play in front, you're bound to have more chance of getting the ball than you do if you play behind.
That's a goal to Don Zylstra. Boat Harbour Blues are going to have to take a good hard look at themselves now and really search for all that they've got inside them and see whether they can come back from this. Of course there's time because they were in front at half time, but I feel that the way Brooklyn are playing at the moment that they could open this game right out and shut Blues right out of it.
Yes, it's extending into a match-winning lead actually, 30-odd points. It's going to be hard to get this back in that final quarter.
Yes, it's about I think it is 30 points now.
Ball tapped down by Julian French in the centre. Handball's out to the advantage of his own player. Handball over the top to Dale Highland. Adrian Hall trying to clean up. He does well, holds the ball up. Good tackle there. And it's kicked off the ground by Boat Harbour Blues there.
A free kick there to Tigers.
Yeah.
They're giving away some silly ones. And in the wrong place. And Julian French, is it?
Yes, Julian French, I believe. I don't know what he's like for kicking for goal, but we're about to find out.
No, I don't know whether he's kicked any this year or not.
Big ruckman, he's got the breeze behind him. Seems to be confident in himself. He's going to go back and have a long shot.
No, I don't think so. It's going to
high off the boot.
Right off the boot. And I think it'll be through for a behind. Yes.
That wind there, just picking the ball up and taking it across the goal.
Yes, he sort of got underneath it. It just went up in the air and he sort of didn't direct it very well.
Smith kicks the ball out to a pack. And Ashley Hall's got the ball in front of him, paddling it on, does well. Handball's out. And the pack develops. Bradley Potts picks up the loose ball. And once again needs to look for someone up the field, which he does. And Fred Pearce takes a good mark.
That's a good mark by Mark Pearce.
He looks long, looks to the lead of Blue Atkinson, who's playing out front, and takes a good mark.
Yes, a good mark there.
Now that was better pay by Boat Harbour.
Yes.
They're looking for a player upfield.
And they...
Umpire calls the...
I don't know whether Blue can kick that from there. I think he's probably... Oh, that's a poor kick.
Kicks to the advantage of Beswick. He swings the ball over his right shoulder, centres the ball.
Who's there?
Now, Boat Harbour boys are out front here. Miller. He's got the ball in front of him. Can he take possession? Not quite. The ball is held up there in a pack, and Peter Dixon does the right thing, calls for a ball up. Blue probably should have done a little bit more with that ball than chipping it out in front.
I think they needed to score while it was in that close, and the Tigers have got it back out to the half-forward line and got it out of the danger zone.
The ball's cleared out into the flank for the Tigers.
Bit of a race out here.
Brian Cameron does well. And Fred Pearce does some heavy work there and bundles the ball over the boundary line. Good work by Fred Pearce to keep the ball.
Yes. I think Brian Cameron might have a headache after that one, but...
Yeah, he was over the ball, but Fred was good bounce. Yep. Robert Thompson kicks the ball left-footed forward.
There's no one at home for the Blues,
Don Connolly, strong out of that back line, will drive the ball straight down the centre with the right thing to do again. And it takes a good mark by Brendan Murray.
Brendan Murray asking the forwards to spread out.
Don Lilstra leads. Brendan goes back.
Yes.
Will kick the ball long.
Coach is calling for him to get it moving, but I think it's a bit late for that now. He's sort of taking too much time over this kick.
He's Torbo Peter punt into the goal square. The flyers go there, but
very early fly there by one of the Tigers players. But
the ball's punched over the boundary line. Yeah, by no one in particular.
I think Brendan took a little bit too much time there, really, to give his forwards much chance. And you've really got to get that ball quickly into the forward line to give them a chance one out on their opponents.
Yeah, you allowed the Boat Harbour Blues to get down there and clutter up that forward line.
Yes.
Ball's thrown in, knocked down by Peter Marshall, picked up by Ashley Hall, kicks the ball to the centre dangerously there. Julian French punches the ball to the advantage of Bevan, who gets a long shot for goal. It's going to float back.
Yes, that's another goal line.
Yeah. Good goal by Bevan there. Showed his experience there by getting onto that ball and kicking it for goal under a bit of pressure.
That's a big lead now for the Tigers, and I got my doubts that the Blues can come back from there.
Yeah, Ashley Hall there done a dangerous thing by kicking the ball back towards the centre. He probably should have picked the ball up and booted it up this wing, which kept it out of danger.
Players on the centre half forward position for the Blues there. As the siren goes for a 3/4 time, and the Brooklyn Tigers have, I think, got a match-winning lead there now. 12 goals, 10. What's that, 82, is it?
82, yes.
To Boat Harbour Blues, 7 goals, 3, 45. I don't think Boat Harbour Blues scored that quarter.
No, actually, a matter of fact, you're right there, Ray. That was their score at half-time. They had the ball down there a few times, but I believe their delivery and disposal of the ball left a lot to be desired, and that sort of let them down. They were kicking the ball to no one in particular for most of that quarter, and if you play in front like the Tigers were doing for that quarter, they're going to take possession of the football.
Yes, I think 6 goals to kick in the final quarter of any grand final is a tall order. Boat Harbour Blues have got to kick that, besides anything else that Tigers managed to kick as well, so I think it's going to be a very, very tall order for the Blues to fight back from here.
Yeah, just looking at the huddles out there at the moment, Ray, I can hear a lot of talk and a lot of encouragement by the Brooklyn Tigers, which is a good sign. And looking at the Boat Harbour boys, they're a little bit quiet, a little bit shell-shocked, I believe, from that third quarter blitz there by the Tigers. They need to get their talk going. They're not out of this game at the moment. They're a good side. They've proved that by winning the amount of grand finals they have over the last few years. I think if they put their mind to it, they could make a contest. And if they get a sniff of victory, you never know what might happen.
No, it's going to be a hard job, but it's possible, because there's nothing to say that they can't have a quarter like the Brooklyn Tigers had. They've shown that the first half that they were capable of matching everything the Tigers have done, so they've got to match that last quarter that the Tigers put up now to go away with this game. But it's always good to be in front on the scoreboard going into the last quarter in the grand final, because they can tend to be scrappy last quarters as nerves and panic and everything else sets in. It's good to have that score on the board and let the other team do the catching up.
Yeah, that's right. The good thing Boat Harbour probably have going for them is they've got the breeze, and if they use it by kicking straight down the centre, as Brooklyn Tigers did for the last quarter, Brooklyn Tigers had fellas like Rodney Cornish, Phil Messenger, Bevan French, and Brad Blizzard, but all delivering the ball long and straight down the ground. Now Boat Harbour need to do the same thing. They need to get their runners to, like Bradley Potts, Adrian Hall, Andrew McLaren, kick the ball long and try to use their forwards.
Yes, Boat Harbour have had a few blokes that have been down a little bit. They haven't really done much. I think Bradley Potts has had better days. Matty Ferguson hasn't done a lot. Mark Rossetto hasn't done much. Andrew Miller's had a lesser day than what he normally has too. So they've got a few blokes down that will have to lift if the Blues are going to get up and win this.
The team's just breaking from their huddles at the moment. A lot of crowd there out on the ground encouraging the huddles.
Yes.
It's a good thing, Ray, having players out there just listening to what the coaches have to say.
Oh, it's good encouragement for the players to see all these people there. See people from other teams, and also people who used to play with the Blues there in the Blues huddle. There didn't seem to be that many in the Tigers huddle. mainly just their players and their usual officials, but Blues had a big crowd down there, and hopefully that we can see something that'll really bring some interest back into this game to see a close contest.
Yes, one player there I seen down in the huddle was Brad Hanson. I've talked to Brad during the week, a little bit upset not being able to play today.
Yes, it must be very disheartening for Brad to be sitting on the sides watching a lot of his players down on form. Yeah, watching players down on form and not being able to do anything to help the side himself.
That's right. Peter Dixon bounces the ball for the start of the final quarter of the 1991 Christian Football League Grand Final. Fred Pearce takes possession of the ball, has a scrubby kick out towards the wing. Julian French in front, keeps the ball into his possession. Holds the ball up, Bevan French taps it out. And Peter Marshall does the same thing. And Rosetta...
He might have thrown that at
Yeah, tried to protect it, but Bevan sort of smothered it. The ball is shuffled over the boundary line there.
Free kick, I think.
Right.
I think he's given a free kick for holding.
Brad Potts will have to drive this ball forward, as we've been talking about. He does that.
Goes up towards Jason Beswick and Blue Atkinson. I think they sport one another there.
Yeah. And once again, Blue just taps the ball out over the boundary
another
line.
boundary throw-in.
Oh, well, they're moving it forward, but they need to look for someone on that forward line. They've lacked someone there all day.
Yes.
I don't know who's going to take over that job, but someone will have to start taking some marks. Fred Pitch taps it to the advantage of Andrew McLaren, who runs past the ball. Once again, tapping the ball, but it's all Brooklyn Tigers.
Yes, all Tigers.
Cleared by Brian Cameron there. Ashley Hall puts his body in, does well to keep possession.
Yes, he got one there too.
Yeah, done well there.
Oh no, it's going against. Going to Paul Trenham.
Surprised there, Ashley did the hard work. Must have been someone coming in over the top who tackled a bit high.
I was watching Ashley on the ground. I didn't see what that was for, but...
Trigella kicks the ball long towards the centre. The ball's high. Peter Marshall punches the ball free. Now Rosetta kicks the ball to the advantage of his own player, but chipped in there.
Mark Frazon, yeah.
Bad handball there.
He hasn't done much today, Mark. Yeah. He's only had a couple of touches.
Ball kicked towards the Brooklyn Tigers long. Ashley Hall takes a good mark. Play on call, Peter Dixon. Called. Peter Marshall does a good handball over the top to Bradley Potts. Should take time and have a look for someone upfield, but he didn't do that. He's kicked long. Bevan French punches clear.
Most of the Blues forwards got 3 men on them, and it's very hard for them to take a mark. There's a good pass.
That was better disposal. Andrew McLaren out on his own, looks for Blue Atkinson, and hits him right on the chest. Deep into the pocket, though. There's a long shot for goal. It's not going to quite swing back.
It's not going to swing, I don't think, and that's a point.
Oh, he probably could have had a set shot there. He made the distance quite easily there, running around on the mark.
Yes. There wasn't many options up there, though, had he missed anyway. The Blues, big timber didn't get back down in the square for that kick to land too.
Lacking a bit of height up and around the forward line.
Yes, I think so.
And they've got Peter Marshall playing loose across that half-back line.
See Gary Kingston come off for Brooklyn Tigers.
And he's replaced by R. Edwards.
Oh. Rodney Edwards, a big wrestler, who looks like a wrestler, but a really great guy. But
Matty Ferguson kicks the ball
first run
high.
For the day too.
I think so, yeah.
The interchange hasn't been used that frequently.
No, that's right. Don Connolly kicks the ball out across goal.
Very lucky there. That could have went anywhere.
That's right, but Beswick kicks the ball. He's tackled well. Tackled well by Phil Messenger. Has some help by
Danny Wilson, yes.
Danny Wilson.
And Julian French kicks it straight out of bounds on the full. That was good pressure there by the Blues, because had Julian French got that kick away, they'd have been clear, but they put good pressure on there and caused the kick to slew off the side of the boot.
Wilson kicks the ball long forward, but it's all Tigers. No, they spoil each other. A bad play there.
McLaren has missed an easy one.
McLaren took the loose ball off the pack there after the Tigers spoiled each other and just didn't take his time and have a shot.
I just don't feel that they're finding the big opening. I think they've got to, if they're going to peg this lead back, they've got to find 2 or 3 quick goals fairly soon, and they're missing too many shots that they could have kicked goals from.
Andrew McLaren usually a good shot for goal. If he had taken his time there, I believe he would have kicked that. Donnelly kicks the ball out.
Peter Marshall is too tall there.
Good overhead mark. Should drive the ball long, but he goes short, sorry. Spoiled in the pack there by Bevan French. And still at the base of the pack. Bevan French takes the handball out of the pack. And he has a look for a player, kicks long.
Ian Bolton playing from behind. There's no way to play when you're as short as Ian is. And
Dale Hyland holds the ball up there.
I think that will be a ball up.
Peter Dixon grabs hold of the ball. Umpire's done a good job today, I believe, Ray.
Oh, I think they've done a terrific job. You know, they haven't paid anything anything technical or anything like that. They've just sort of paid what's there to be paid, and they've been very consistent.
Ball's been driven down onto the half forward line by Blues, and a free kick has been given there, picked out by Blair Davis to Mark Pearce.
Mark Frazon's come off for the Tigers, and Carl Zaber has gone on.
Big kick by Mark Pearce, playing behind Beswick there.
Couldn't quite. Yeah.
Doesn't quite take the mark, but the ball's kept in there by Robert Thompson. Picks the ball up, snaps towards goal.
I think
what's he done?
He's missed it.
He's missed it. That's good work there. He managed to keep the ball in front and pick up a ball quite cleanly, but didn't capitalise by kicking the goal.
Yes, I think he's that miss has probably been the one that the last chance, I'd say.
Yeah, 3 behinds this quarter to Boat Harbour. 2 goals would have been handy. Would have given them a snip of a chance of coming back. And Donnelly kicks the ball in, kicks out towards the far side of the ground. And Bradley Potts out there on his own, should take possession of the ball. He does. He gets around his player and kicks.
No,
and Peter Marshall gets the handball over the top, runs after himself. And McLaren, good handball out to the run of Thompson, I believe, Robert Thompson, kicks towards goal.
He's got it. No, he's missed it again. That's two in a couple of minutes that he's missed. And had there been 2 goals, it would have been an interesting sort of last 20 minutes or so.
Yes, the Blues are peppering the goals at the moment, but not making any impact on the scoreboard, really. Donnelly kicks out again. Peter Marshall 2-on-1 there. The ball's punched down, and Henry Cornish paddles the ball towards the boundary line, and there'll be a throw-in.
The Tigers will be content now to just bottle the play up and not worry too much about scoring up there in, but just to slow the whole game down and see the time out.
Andrew McLaren takes the ball again, kicks quickly towards the forward line. Julian French ball off the ground towards the advantage of Andrew Cornish. And it's once again over the boundary line.
Little boy goes for a tumble in front of us, but we'll keep our eye on the football.
Yeah, if you continue to do that sort of thing, Ray, you'll have to join the gymnastics. Handball out to Potts, who's tackled well by...
Right under pressure, wasn't he?
He chases the ball again. It's tight there. The ball's kicked out by Brooklyn Tigers. The advantage of Edwards picks the ball, good handball. And the ball's done well by the Trizella.
Paul Trenham's got it there on the half-forward line, and no, he didn't pay that mark to...
it's going to be a good decision there, I believe, by Peter Dixon. He had possession of the ball, dropped the mark.
Yes.
And put himself over the top of the ball, and held deemed in possession.
Yeah, I think that's a disputed one. I think he's going to ball it up. I think that's a good decision there, because I think Bevan French was the man in front, but I think the man behind had the greater possession of the ball. So I think that's a good decision.
Peter Marshall taps the ball to the examining of Rosetta. Handball to McLaren. He's got a lot of possessions this quarter. He gets tackled that time, and it's cleared by Brad Blizzard out to the run of Rodney Cornish. Kicks the ball long to Zylstra in the forward line. Doesn't hold the mark. And Adrian Hall there, the boss of the pack, gets a good handball out there to Tony Smith. Kicks to
Bevan French,
who drops the mark.
Drops the mark, but
holds the possession of the ball and kicks long. And Bolton drops the mark there off his chest. And what's happened there?
What's happening here? The whistle's gone.
Peter Dixon's
ball up, yes.
Ball the ball up.
I think he blew the whistle just as the ball was coming out.
Deep into the Tigers' forward line, which is a good place for them. Taken by Trenza.
I think he's missed that. And what's he done? Kicked it out in the full. Kicked it out in the full. I thought that was the point, but anyway.
Tony Smith to kick the ball in. Looking out here for Peter Marshall. The ball dropped short and Bevan French chips in and takes the mark.
They haven't kicked well to their men today, have they, the Blues?
Poor disposal.
That's what's really cost them a lot, because a lot of their kicks have gone straight to the opposition players. We see number 7, John Howard, come on.
Bevan French will have a shot for goal here, and I believe
for Jeff Faulkner. So
I believe he can kick this. He's a very good shot for goal. He does well, and I think the wind catches that.
Screwed it round, but it's good mark there to Rodney Cornish. So just not manning up well enough.
Andrew Miller didn't punch there at all.
No, you've got to be in front of those sort of players, players who can take a good mark like Rodney Cornish, and they can be deadly. He's been very inaccurate today, but he should kick this one. He has.
Yeah, always a backman should, if ever caught behind, should punch that ball clear. And Rodney Cornish was playing in front and takes an easy mark because the ball wasn't punched by Andrew Miller.
Yes, I think that's the final nail in the coffin for the Boat Harbour Blues. I don't think there's any way at all where they could get back from here. And congratulations to the Brooklyn Tigers for 2 premierships in a row. I can't see anything that will stop it now.
Yeah, it must be disheartening for the Blues there to kick the first 4 behinds of the quarter and then to have that answered straight away by a goal.
Yes, it often happens that way, where a team can have a lot of the play and then all of a sudden it goes up the other end for a goal. And
all their hard work seems to be lost.
Yes, it does.
The ball in the centre of the ground is in a pack at the moment, and Anthony Cornish has got the ball out in front. Does well there through the pack. There's good football skills there by Anthony Cornish. Drives the ball forward, picked up by Adrian Hall, takes possession well. Good football skills again shown there by Adrian Hall.
Yes, it comes out to Michael Palmer. What
keeps
can he do with it?
He keeps his footing, wheels around onto his left.
And Rodney Cornish down the other end this time takes a good mark again. That's really been the difference. The Tigers players have been prepared to move around the ground and help out one another, whereas the Blues have tended to leave too much work to 1 or 2 people. There's a good mark to Adrian Hall, and he's one of the people who the Blues have left too much to today.
Yes, he's done a good job, but tries to run a bit, does too much hard work there and gets caught with the ball.
Richard Dunyan,
he has got caught, giving the handball.
One good thing about today, it's been injury-free so far. There's been no one taken off the ground injured, which is a good thing. And
Brad Blizzard kicks short there, chips in there by a Blues guy, Peter Marshall, too tall.
It's going to be a ball up.
And if Peter Marshall only got his hand under that, I believe it would have been a mark there quite easily to Edwards of the Tigers. Adrian Hall once again goes through the pack.
He's going to get a free, isn't he?
No, he didn't have possession of the football. And Blair Davis calls that Adrian Hall's way. The ball was kicked forward by the Tigers there, and Don Zilster out in front. Keeps the ball in front of him. Tony Smith punches the ball up the boundary line. And Adrian Hall again, good handball to the advantage of Ashley Hall, who's caught. And once again, caught in possession of the ball, didn't get rid of it, and Blair Davis plays it to Julian French. Kicks the ball long to Peter Marshall, too tall again, takes a good overhead mark in the back line.
There's only about 12 minutes to go in the game, so I think Blues would have to really kick long and virtually have the other team go off the ground, I think, to kick enough goals.
Yes, it'd be a very good effort, one of the better efforts I've ever seen if they got up from here, but 12 minutes, you never know.
There's Holding there, who wasn't interested in the ball at all, just waiting on Bradley Potts to pick it up.
Yeah, Bradley Potts kicks long. Big Brad Blizzard lumbers after the ball, takes possession, shrugs off a tackle, and a good handball. Good work there by Brad Blizzard to the advantage of Brian Cameron, who kicks long to Cornish, who drops the ball.
Cornish dropped it, but...
And it's all about Harbour, but kicked off the ball by Anthony Cornish again. Handballs to McLaren out in the wing. Kicks long. Now who's there to take a mark for the Blues?
There's 3 Tigers there against 1 Blues, and that's been the story of the day, really.
Jimmy Hendricks takes possession of the ball, but bundled over the boundary line by Bevan French. Yes, lack of manpower up forward, I believe, Boat Harbour's downfall.
Yes,
no one to kick to. Jimmy Hendricks takes the ball of the pack. Good stuff there by Jimmy Hendricks. Drives the ball forward. Blue Atkinson takes a good mark.
Takes a good mark, and he caught one across the eye too. I don't know whether he might have been acting for that one.
That was good work there by Jimmy Hendricks.
He might have put the hand up to the eye just to see if he might attract the 50 metres and remove all doubt.
Yes, Jones there tapping the ball down to Hendricks, who sidesteps and delivers the ball well to Blue Atkins, who finished off very well there. Finished off with a good goal.
Yes. It's 2 goals now to Rodney Atkinson, and but I think it's all too late for the Blues.
Yes, they definitely needed that one at the start of the quarter. Yeah, the Boat Harbour boys trying to encourage each one to get themselves going again.
Yes.
They wouldn't like to give him the towel this early in the game.
No, the match has been played in pretty good spirits, really. Yeah, there hasn't been too much. As like any game of football is physical, but there hasn't been too much happening off the ball or things like that. It's been a good game of football.
Rodney Cornish takes the ball out of the centre, kicks long. The ball's high in the air, and the ball's just in dispute at the moment. But Edwards kicks the ball high, 10 metres up, 10 down, and Miller drops the mark. Tony Smith kicks the ball out to the advantage of his player.
Danny Wilson looked a bit slow there.
Yeah,
he looked a bit slow. He didn't sort of put those big ones in just to get to the ball first. And Jamie Butcher coming back on for the Blues, and Richard Dunyam going off.
Well, the ball is in possession at the moment. Dale Hyden loves a goal, but gets the ball smothered off the boot there.
He got one today. I don't think we could live with 2.
Yeah, Dale spent most of his time on the back line for most of his league career, but finding playing him on the forward line, and I suppose he'd be enjoying that bit of freedom.
Yes, he's doing well there too. He's kicking the odd goal or two, and it's good to have a versatile team, and I think that's probably the reason why the Tigers are going to be premiers this year. Hang on a bit long.
Didn't have possession of the ball. Phil Messenger's got the ball, plays on, kicks the ball to centre half forward, and the ball's kicked high, but taken off the back by Jimmy Hendricks. Kicks out to McLaren, drops an easy mark.
Should have taken that one.
But then wheels back around onto the for the handball to Bradley Potts, who kicks out wide to Wilson. Takes the ball on his chest, goes back, kicks towards the centre of the ground, looking for Fred Pearce, but over the top, over the back
too
there.
long again.
Yeah, over the top. Good mark taken by Brian Cameron. Done well this last quarter in that defence.
Carl Langdon on the mark there. Jamie Butcher, the Carl Langdon look-alike.
Yeah, he loves his football, Jamie Butcher.
Yes.
Plays it hard.
Jamie wouldn't be enjoying this too much. He was here last year playing with Smith and Seagulls when they also lost to Brooklyn Tigers. So it's 2 in a row for Jamie.
Bevan kicks the ball out to Rodney Wright, who also kicks short to Edwards. Tigers playing possession football at the moment.
Yes, they're just playing keepings off now and willing to let the clock run down. And
Edwards long towards the square. Jones handballs out to Andrew Miller, who kicks long. Good kick. But I believe it's all Brooklyn Tigers out there. And
yes. Comes out to Danny Wilson.
Out to Danny Wilson, who kicks the ball forward. And once again, 2 Tigers spoil themselves.
Yes.
Robert Thompson there, handballs back to McLaren, who should kick long. He kicks short out there to Blue Atkinson on his own.
No, he's too long for him.
Bad kick. A good chase there by Blue Atkins.
Oh, I think that would nearly be deliberate. Oh, he's not going to pay it. Oh, I thought he would.
Yeah, our Blues in the inside there.
I didn't think there was much doubt about that one, about the intent of the fullback. But
good chase there by Blue Atkins. Bit disappointed he didn't get the free.
Yes.
Good work. And Andrew McLaren, once again off his left foot, kicks towards Blue. Who overruns the ball. Gets back onto his hands and knees. Good handballs out to Matthew Jones. But he was...
Oh, she's on down there now. I said there wasn't much feeling in this, but I think there is.
Yeah, Blue Atkins coming through there, showing a little bit of temper from the last 2 decisions. But Blair Davis is trying to take control of this match.
Yes.
He'll bounce the ball.
It's a bit silly to do anything now, isn't it? It's well beyond anything. The last thing any side wants to do now is to lose a man being sent off. There'd be nothing worse than being sent off in the grand final and having it all recorded on video and everything else. And
Edwards kicks the ball there, and and the ball goes over the boundary line and it'll be thrown in by umpire Price. Punch there by Julian French, good punch, but Potts runs onto it, overruns it actually, and he once again the ball in the pack. Kicked out to the advantage of Brad Potts, who kicks the ball long towards Fred Pearce, but over the back there is Rodney Cornish on his own, kicks the ball out to Brendan Murray.
Brendan Murray had all the time.
Handballs over the top, back to the run of Rodney Cornish, who's tackled a few times but managed to keep possession of the ball. It kicks down to Peter Marshall, who takes a good mark in the back line.
Yes, time must be ticking on. And
Peter Marshall kicks long to
Rodney
Jones. Who kicks there to Jamie Butcher, takes a good overhead. Who kicks quickly down the forward line to the run of Beswick.
That's good play from Jamie, really, because that's what they've got to do, is get the ball down quick.
Right, yeah. Beswick couldn't quite handball over the top there for a goal.
That's a point there.
The ball's been rushed through. Good defensive work there by Brooklyn Tigers.
See the boys in blue have arrived, driving around the back goals there.
There must have been that little scuffle here out on the wing here a while ago, Ray. They must have seen it. Wanted to come along and make sure.
Word must travel fairly quickly.
Con Donnelly kicks the ball out wide, and a few fumbles there by Brooklyn Tigers, but they hold the ball up there, and Blair Davis is going to decide on a ball up.
Yes. Hopefully our umpires won't need a police escort in the Christian League Grand Final. Surely not.
Although some of the decisions I've got this year, Ray, I think I've been a bit hard done by, but
I thought you'd mention something like that sooner or later. I didn't think you'd go through a half of football without mentioning something like that. But
especially with Peter Dixon out there, my favourite umpire. Peter's done a good job this year. He sometimes doesn't see the ball my way, and I don't see it his. So that's football,
yes.
I think.
Yes. Well, part of any game is accepting the umpire's decision, whether it's right or wrong.
Yes, Trenton there, good kick to the advantage
That's
of...
easy for me to say as an umpire, but there's not many umpires change their minds. Johnny Howard having a shot for goal here.
Kicks long into the goal square. Punched well there by Peter Marshall. Dale Highland, snap over his shoulder.
That's another one to Dale Highland.
And he's drilled the goal.
Dale Highland's kicked the last goal, I think.
And that's
2 to Dale Highland.
Yeah, good goal there by Dale. Once again showing how useful he can be on that forward line. Picking the ball off the pack and snapping it over his right shoulder. That was good delivery of the ball there by Brooklyn Tigers all the way up the field. They played possession football from one man to another. Yes. And right down to that forward line and they capitalised with the goal. That's been the difference between the two teams.
Yes.
Disposal. Julian French rucks against Rodney Jones.
Julian French has hurt himself there too.
Yeah, same sort of injury he had earlier on in the day.
Looks like a wrist.
Yeah, the ball's in the forward line. Trenham picks it up, swings back onto his right foot, has a shot for goal, high into the goal square. It's going to be touched through, I believe.
No. Oh, Johnny Howard has a shot off the ground. Well, it was there to have, I suppose, but it went out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball wasn't actually punched through, it was punched forward. And Johnny Howard swung the boot at it and almost scored.
Julian French has come off and Jeff Faulkner back on. So
we've got Brendan Murray having a shot for goal here. Over the top, Don Zilstra off the ground.
No, rushed through,
I believe.
The score at the moment is Brooklyn Tigers 14 goals 11. That's 95 to Bad Harbour Blues 8 goals 9 56.
Yes, Tigers ball game.
No, that can't be right. 8 goals 8 56, is it? Because
we won't quiver over a point, Ray. I think she's all over Bartha Shelton. Potts drops an easy mark there on the wing, but recovers well. Gets tackled though.
Oh, he nearly put that down, I think.
Yes. And picked up by...
it was picked up by Rodney Wright.
Rodney Wright there, having a shot for goal and one behind. There's a score. Yeah, Brad Potts tried to take him on there, but got caught in the tackle. Good tackle by Rodney Wright.
I thought he sat that ball on the ground after he got tackled and really shouldn't been able to get away with that, but he
Bevan
did.
French played better in the second half, I believe. Picks the ball up to Dale Highland, kicks the ball high. And a good mark by Ashley Hall.
Yes, Ashley Hall hasn't had a bad day. He's had a lot worse in his team.
Yeah. He hasn't wasted the ball like some of his teammates have done.
No.
That's a good kick there to the advantage of Bradley Potts. 3-on-1 though. Managed to get his kick away. But
well played there by Anthony Cornish.
Anthony Cornish does well there.
Away. Here comes Ashley Hall again and takes a good mark.
Yes, I'd almost put him down the second best player in the field for the Blues.
Yes, I think the two Halls have been the best by a long way.
Brian Cameron caught in the tackle there by Jimmy Hendricks. Michael Palmer there gets rid of the ball on his hands and knees, but into the pack again.
But there's no teamwork down there for Blues. There was nothing happening down there for them.
A lot of scramble.
And there goes the final siren, a victory to the Brooklyn Tigers for the second year in a row. 14 goals, 12, is it?
Yes, 96.
96 to 8 goals, 9, 57. 59, is it? 8 sixes, 56, 55.
I think the scoreboard's wrong there, Ray, so yeah, it's 55, I believe. But congratulations to the Brooklyn Tigers on winning the grand final. They're pretty happy out there at the moment. Congratulations all round by all the players.
Yeah, it's a great moment for the Tigers. Great moment for everybody involved in the club. For them to come off with this, it's been they lost a lot of players from last year's grand final, and to come through and replace those players and still come off with the flag again this year has been a great effort.
Yeah, they're a bunch of excited guys. 2 flags in a row now, back-to-back premierships.
I better head down for presentations. I'll let you carry on through and close it off.
Yeah, no worries, Ray.
Where are you, Adrian? Done it last week, mate. You're a bloody guy. Congratulations.
You wouldn't have to be a football genius to work out that the game was won in the first quarter, and the man who really turned it on in the third quarter for Brooklyn Tigers we're given the trophy to, or the voucher to, is number 2 on the wing, Phil Messenger. Right, the mark of the day.
Hang on. The two mark of the days were brought down by the men in the box up there. They were between a couple of blokes on Tigers, but they decided to give it to the old warrior himself, leader in the pocket, Blue Atkinson. And Ray, the grand final goal of the day was between Andrew McLaren over the shoulder and a long 60 metre, and they've given it to Bevan French and Brooklyn Tigers. Right, what we'll do, we'll call each of the Brooklyn Tigers, before we do that, the half-time race. The winner of the half-mile race was Mark Spur. Mark's also been helping do the video, so if you want a copy of the video with excellent commentary by myself and Mark Spur and Tim Scott. I've got an order for Bob Ferguson already, there you are, Bob. Right. One other thing, one man who wasn't at the dinner who we wanted to give an appreciation trophy for, he's still over there, but we'll have to present it and give it to him later. Mr. Earl Grillo for the umpires
just about every game this year. And second semi-final day, it was a real wet and miserable day, and we were struck short of one goal umpire. He volunteered to do both games, and I thought that was pretty good because it wasn't much of a day. If he hadn't, I'd have had to, so I was very pleased he did it, and we got a little trophy there for Mr. August, which we'll get to him later. Number 4, Brian Cameron.
We take them all back and I'll distribute them.
Number 6, Carl Zobo.
Good on you, mate.
Number 7, Andrew Peacock's mate, Johnny Howard. Number 11, Con Donnelly. Number 15, Rodney Wright. Number 18, Julian French.
Thanks, Mike. Well done.
Number 19, Paul Trenham. Number 20, Vice Captain and old stager of the team, Dale Highland. Number 23, Dean Walker. Number 25, Brad Blizzard. Number 28, the goal kicking machine, Don Zylstra. Number 30, Mark Frazon.
Put it on the little.
Number 35, Paul Bates. Number 38, the big fella himself, Robert Edwards.
Well done.
Number 39, Jeff Faulkner. Number 40, the real old timer, Gary Kingston. Number 41, Anthony Cornish. Number 66, his brother, Rodney Cornish. Number 181, Brendan Murray. We call on now the captain of number 1 from Brooklyn Tigers, Bevan French. Also the coach of Brooklyn Tigers, Mr. Wayne Blasley. Stay here, Bevan. Stay here, Bevan. Bevan, stay here, please. Come over here.
You give me a great pleasure.
Stay here. Stay here, please, Wayne and Bevan. I'll call on Mr. Kim Reid, donor of our best and fairest, not our best and fairest, of our Premiership Cup. I'll call on Kim now to present that to the captain and coach of the Brooklyn Tigers football team.
Oh, I'd like to congratulate Wayne on his backup premiership and also Bevan on captaining his backup premiership. And I'd also like to pass on my sympathies to the Boat Harbour team for losing. Congratulations, Wayne.
Attendance, and I think that commitment and dedication has been borne out today. I'd also like to thank the Christian Football League for making this particular event possible. It's only through the efforts of a few people who work tirelessly to make the league functional, and through that we can really glorify the name of Jesus, and through the tremendous efforts of those few people, we have a Christian league which is functional and operating and everything running smoothly, and I can only see it growing from strength to strength. So I'd like to thank all the players, all the executives of the league for the tremendous efforts over 1991, and I wish them all the best next year. Thank you very much.
Pass on my thanks again to Boat Harbour. It's the first time we lost the premiership, so they're a very, very strong club to play against, and about time someone beat them in the premiership, and well done guys, it's 3 out of 4 you've won ours now. So and I'd just like to thank all the guys. Just when we come off the field, one of the fellas made a pretty important comment. I thought last year we had a fairly strong side individually, but this year I thought the team spirit was far better. Well, the overall team effort and the way we pulled together was far better than last year, but this one's a much sweeter premiership. So thank you all the umpires too, and thank the umpires for their efforts this year, and all the officials, as Wayne said, that put a lot of work. Unfortunately, there's too few doing too much, so if anyone out there wants an official job next year, let me know from the road, we'll come back to next year in some function. So right up. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think Bob Ferguson, Boat Harbour Blues coach, has got a few words.
On behalf of the Boat Harbour team, I'd like to congratulate the Brooklyn Tigers team for the tremendous effort they gave today. They showed that they can play good football, and they won the game very well. We tried, but we weren't good enough on the day. So congratulations, Brooklyn Tigers, and congratulations again to Wayne for the way he's coached the side. And yes, I think you did play as a team this year better than I've seen you play at other times. It's really good. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, the Tigers will enjoy their function in the tours tonight or next week. And Blues have got their function on tonight. I'm sure they'll still enjoy it even though they haven't won.
One more thing to do.
Oh, one more thing. We've got to draw the winner of the sports quiz.
We've got to ask Mrs. Arlene Hall there.
Is Arlene Hall here?
Come over here, Raymond. No, come here. If you pull yourself out, you got to put it back.
We're going to ask Amy to draw the winner of the sports quiz.
You got to draw two out. The first one out wins the dinner for two. Say that.
Well, the first one drawn out wins the dinner for two. It's Matt Reed's restaurant.
That's all the answers, right? Let's see the answers. Geelong, England, Greg Bargain, Great White Shark, Adelaide Bromley, David Frost. Woodpool, Footscray, 11. Darl Island, Gridiron, Michael Roach, Tigan, yes, Steve Mark, 22. Goal shooter, William Pepper, yeah, he's the name.
Lindy Edwards.
The winner of the dinner for two is Linda Ablett, 3 Harbour Street, Burnley. I think she's a Brooklyn Tigers fan.
Just in here. The second prize goes to Mr. Condolly.
Mr. Condolly? At this stage, we think you might have a dinner for two at the Wynyard Restaurant. I'll let you know. Definitely.
Gentlemen.